Yamamre ene yamanie ni nyina ewo nsapram Onua Sankofa Festival Train mu Onua TV afahye edaye komaso yie pa ewo Onua Sankofa Festival Train mu no Yamamre ene yamanie ye dena di kire ama wiase nyina hu se Ghana ye de no edimu pa enti ene entra ewo Onua TV na afia afahye bia no yemfa mra wakwan so nkokra so Onua TV eba na afahye dia eyeyen emfa wo ne kwantintin bia yebebo awuram na afia ye de afahye no abro ene entra ne enkamum na afia amamre ne amane ye tumu nchiri ye de akire wiase nyina Onua TV ya dwene wo ho pa
Onua Sankofa Train nyumeko maso yasen eyo Gina Tomato Mix Pomo
Ecobank
Officer oye guy
Abusia ne asende ehyiemu ewo nia doctor so ya Charles wa pomodin ewa honya na asudie se apepoa amanya pomodin pa bra kwento yi wutu no hia apomodin pa
Your acute pain and chronic pain. This will be what Obeka Sonia Cab and Quinshia. Ibia 10 years ago. Then soon be seen or the Sonia who pain and your chronic pain.
So Ubina and Jojo Yare and I know check Nipa Chrono any young one debut. Name Adrena was a control and after Adrena was a Shehonamno and Nona ain't me any a Jumanji.
Yeka. Vegan na vegetarians are mostly no ya no ban ikuku way to one way see what there according to one in shishemu amwaye no umebe hu ne say enam we say meat na no ho keka ho no or the insunsan do one or the ba apomezin samam
ewo mo metimi akwadare ehia nimde ombetimi akire ama afede me no ye tu ye kwan efa ya pomoden ho yetimi ahwe ye ho ye pa na ohavia eso
Onua doctor kwese de bia 5 p.m. ewo Onua TV so nyumeko maso yasen eye Shouters lozenges Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic Haxa capsules and a Haxa mixture
Onua TV ye dwene ho pa
Debi ada de meka se mo akwaba ne sandase se ugoso hwe eye Onua TV emre bia ye beton safre wo no se be hwe no wutimi be hwe wo hwe umra na akasema be dunson na fe no nson abo e wo Ghana nyina agi atum se no ene professor bi frame o se ontie mfi Onua aya no hye dan jindi ti Captain Mehel all right Akwatia is green. Catch one upon Sabana ya 2 and now pay 5 a.m. near 2 year. Catch was say green. So now Akwatia is green. Out of 119 polling stations, 110 Abeduaka Naipe. NDC is leading with 3,100 votes. NDC Aji Akwatia. Isi baba kaba me catch omaje. Apia kubidawa ha. Oyo. Eben fenuku. And so ewa ha. But the aya no. Akwatia is atasa.
Asa, sa tem de free by.
Atasa.
Oyo sa de free by. Those boys need you to say.
Atasa.
Eje kasa. Intensio. All the boys need you to. What you just say?
I think captain to me every day the meaning of that. My name is an free because Go beside pa Tessa and I say
Friday I bet you about the what's the boy is Akwatia is Tessa. Obi any sword and excavator operator versus lawyer. Akwesi. Excavator operator no went to be engineer na so. But you am excavator na nyere. Ama lawyer na when you know. See
that means global info analytics the omoka no abro so cry.
because they predicted 53%, but out of 119 polling stations, 110 are so far, and NDC's candidates are 54.81%. With a vote margin of 3,100. And it's clearly, you know, Abroso.
I didn't yes. Yeah, cancel the no, Unia catch a wa. No one until no say I'm no casino. Yeah, Akwatia Anissa. I can 9 polling stations are on the Kwako so now I saw 119 polling stations. No? Yeah. Akwatia is a gone, it's a Tessa. Akwatia is a Tessa. No. But there are a few things, let me monitor events on Onua TV. I catch you say, about elections, so they are. They say Ghana had the Yaman Tiasia station be any krumha. From one more cabro, for one more kandagati, more kafrafra. Kadai, about elections of the are. Yeah. And this I want it. And I say, young friend, told what I say, what that TV, one it. Ya can hear Mugu ni ebe bohana.
Yeah, sorry, I go view.
Yeah, so I could feel easy be so. Nipan and 7 wa peja kosro na chese. Yani will be every. Few things to be called so. Me tete ya say ono ba fenyo markings ko baby ko wa posters but we team yi no na nya ade a chese. Afenyo markings ko wa posters bia o baby a. Akase toda ya na elections no et say akwanhia information we beba no na police for beda no na fire service for beda no agi bibia si ewie na de na no adweda yetimi ehunu se de yete baako a me hu ye no na eye polling station a omokoto aba wo ho no
okay ana posters
na NDC candidate the posters ewo ho etia Ghana abato mra
wrong
etia Ghana abato emra ti de koba ene se ye ntiase Okasa on tiasia or you're right because Emrano Emakwansa and almost share. I think one of the MPP chairman, you know, on the microphone going on in a wasam.
Buga
on the day Hannah.
Buga.
Also cry or your dear or one polling station in a very calm mood or catch almost say NDC candidate, you know, poster so tarry. I think it was an electric pool. Free ho any idea. One couldn't talk. I mean, it was such a nice, cool, collected kind of approach. So call
about electoral laws enforcement. I'm say the best way I say Onua marking in Crawford to me yes I didn't is to make sure the police force should have been the people removing.
Oh no, and easy official.
You so draw attention.
Easy official can remove it. It will not be the police.
Yeah, say police. Yeah, so say we want to be anya easy for Kwana. It shouldn't be they themselves removing it. And now I say.
Oh no, I'm not sure. Say. Onua kosumu ye no.
Okay.
And you Onua kosumu na.
Okay.
So ye. Until no, Akwatia is settled. It's green.
Also, Akwatia
is settled. It's green.
Yeah, and where they no
Akwatia is a Tessa. A Tessa.
Yeah, rhyme you. Settled and a Tessa.
Akwatia is a Tessa. So that's it. 9 polling stations in so aba ti koye to say they catch on we aka mutala and the before so monko.
Yes, and the
so yeah, who Abdulkumanov so to be as my being.
Say I know the party the case on corner candidate this year.
Okay. But we don't need so monko.
I wanted the akwa na say see pa no. Me nya sure say party bia betimi afil the candidate because ogru hom begu aw. Obani bra abru wo mutala constituency mo ho city no. Oh, still almost
yeah, they are still money him.
The guys Omudesu was almost the way I now on the
yeah.
I didn't know. As I mean, my first encounter with him, somewhere around 2016. Now, Commander Sugar Factory. Now that time now, Team B, Papa, your friend say, Ecospio Gabra.
Okay.
Now you're Minister of Trade and Industry. Now Uriano Kenya. Nti ye kodu won omo so omo ma ye nkwanko na ye MPP adwuma ne den so na ese so omo frefre na ade na be du mutala so no so okay mo koye den ese ye kohwe se factory ni ye adwuma na ye adwuma ye koye show ho ose mo nko
Sata na no ye deputy
deputy minister of trade and industry. That was them say hey Arante said out of parliament on the political campaign out of its stage this calm that was how I got to know him. And Obedi MP who constituency who busane constituency no womo ba ne ade a no mo kasa womo si the famo I'm sure the MPP saw it said no what the candidate candidate name na kwa no no akwanto man
no go area
and see so that's it they can but me what's as MPs to be resigning I heard by election there 3 before
2020 two are resigning currently.
Well it's hard me can me fa bibia nchoko ho no be me prophet as I cut 3 by elections
as na 4 years na
I say by elections 3 bi wo wiem ho baby sir
upon resignation
well me
I resign and now cross the capital
sana me can I say by election bi ho me can say your mom pie but say me who central ne
na cut in from my boss no say by elections be bi na say any be foul
anya no sana me make some am kai no man can the oben win you you are trying to be an attesser don't be an attesser so I think sir say Crawford and then again the names appear so realize here speaker I think sir I say MPP party in penny phoning now they should call the party people to order.
Okay, I agree with you. I don't know yet idea nanka na me person me kan wasem but I don't know we decided senka ebe after by election. Yes, I think say the leadership of the NPP a lot of mistakes old people SSO mobile again make us say party are weak to a certain level I mean the expertise and the experience omo ye bi da must come in and ensure say party ebe bounce back. I have one particular problem. BBC me show na Sapoma report him say as usual I'm told say omo blacklisted media general omo ni enkasa and then buga eto TV3 microphone eto chuni now Sapoma is on the field our reporting and then call one of the police I'm sure say call one of the polling stations and then Salam Mustafa the national youth organizer of the NPP was there Anna or try say Oneno Ebekasa now as a national youth organizer the first thing he did was that a station ban okay so I was like no a leader doesn't do that you see the point is that NPP bet me decided say for the rest of 4 years boycotting media general but the truth is that the harm never caused it to NPP more than effect ever media general so this is the truth and see omopa media general as it stands now there is no media house bigger than media general both English and local language
for sure
and see say utie some of the communicators I'm here very close to them but because say party not taking decision they do not want to go contrary to it because omo shows this media general push your brand forward and more popularity echoes from more
media general is a tessa
so individually
you don't know
individually they are aware so I do not know why still now the new patriotic party would want to hold on to some of these things and clearly a affected party a weakened party you see omobeka say NDC boycott Sefa kan show for so many years but the difference is this I don't remember but for about 2 or 3 years
2 years
yes 2 years but the difference in say kojo
that time you first 2
exactly
I want another last
time
so you got to be strategic
exactly and again difference in the cry say NDC boycotted Kokroku, but they never boycotted the entire despite media.
Yeah.
Okay? And see, NDC call the platforms. Nana ya kesi show so. Omoko your friend is saying UTV. Omoko UTV morning show no eso. Okay? Omoko other political programs. The omoye no weekend no something issues, critical issues on Saturday mornings. They be able say Koku boahemo ye den enteswa omokasa. So it was Kokroko and now omo say omo boycotting. Now you cannot say because of the who feel say ekoswa enye odenti no obe boycott an entire company across several affiliates. And it tells how weak the leadership of the party at the national level.
I mean, as it stands. When him said 2000,
and clearly a bad decision, bad faith.
When him say in 2004, the MPP wanted to boycott Media General, especially TV3.
I see.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you the story. That time, and TV was Kwesi Pratt's producer. Was it Hot Issues? No, there was one program here, Kwesi Pratt, and the hosting an TV. A producer, no. I think it was Hot Issues.
Hot Issues.
You know something? Now, who share TV? No, who show? Ball away, guha. School down way, I say. So, everybody was confused. So I remember very well. Could you pay the friend here bank crying? As part in the more young guys, say woman. Yeah, call out, call for information bar. Now I remember very well that time. Banredu, yeah, Papa Hackman, also Ajman. But then Yamias is not here, so we two for that, wait me here, no. That time now, Osafmafo every finance.
Yeah.
I'm saying no call Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports. Yeah. President Kufodi no car,
yes.
And then there was one man be from Central Region. I've forgotten his name. No, yeah, one of the regional executives. Eti, woman in the party in penny for no crash here, no. They want to boycott. So Hakwa said, no.
Don't make that mistake.
No, don't. What are they showing? They are telling us that there's baller here. Yes. Baller there.
Go and handle
it. Then we are saying, yeah. So they informed the old man. President Kufodi Ejahokwa Yebinyade Munkanchemi. Say I know you know. But what these are obi your boy amani na Ejahokwa. And then they arranged. I remember very well that time. Some leaders of the newsroom from TV3, they met the chief of staff. And the decision was that say munya story na yen kan chom se mamunye.
Okay.
But moya mane.
Okay.
Na yentimi koye ho adwuma. Nti mo baye mo story ni be wie no. Na yesu aye ho adwuma. Na mo so makotwa de aba. Bam, it settled the matter. This is what happened in 2004. Bisa former director of operations. Then at the time, you Jubilee as a Lord Comey, former national organizer. Of the NPP. Beside Amocho and all the others. This matter got settled. But me I'm family who me obaba me show so who mo dem person me can me I'll say it.
No, could you cry precisely. I know say omu raise concerns about Usho. But you see the point is that Nanado enye president BM. The leadership of the party was saying Nanado me da ballot paper be asubim. Somebody like Justin Frimpong Kodia, my very good brother. Oye denya general secretary no opeso san dibim. This is the time as I say party no take a bold decision. Now omo making sure say in the absence of President Akufo-Addo, the national chairman and the leader of the party now, per your own constitution. For that reason, no, even if says Stephen Tim, no, there is somebody acting. But I mean, clearly, decisions near money be a party leadership, no, yes, say no. You clearly see say a weakened party, no more than I mean ordinarily anka ebe expected of the new patriotic party. Again, could you share? I mean, John Boadu time as national organizer. Oshe Samia Uku time. share Freddie Blay, okay? I mean, the time at 2016, almost person NPP back power. The energy near Jumano. I mean, that is not what we are seeing today.
What do you mean? I was watching
analysis now.
I was actually watching how their flag bearer hopefuls no trooping in and out of Akwatia.
The influence of
me deep politics nechi kakra and chebia at least from 1992 when I was 12 years, and I made the Ghana politics nechi, especially the NPP politics. Into the NPP politics a pa time the other NPP break it down. I can sit back and tell you NPP backbone are breaking more this time.
Yeah.
1992, after the 1992 general elections, and Professor Edubuahi Lucy election to JJ Rawlings, party did Jijaye. MPP party did Jijaye, but that Jim Pennyphone woman and everything I catch now.
Okay.
One you could do Sunyani and now Omo against J. Kufuni Nano. To the latter part of the elections, Omo U10, ever supported J. Kufo, man winning 1996 MPP presidential elections, no. Obelidi party no. Na party no ejija. And then the weekend party na ama 1996.
Omo to be a win.
Then to be a winning. And yes, the Rollins who be other Rollins no one will be a. The Rollins who be a. But that's how they don't say. I remember very after the 1996 elections. 1997, before you ever call 1998, when you be Musunyane no. And the president for free leadership in our Kumase. And Obisa almost say. Yeah, back on Tokwa. Tomatite. Your power. And to me, the Hene. I remember very well that time not the late Apita Hene, Jokwa and San Yibano. They were all around. We had Otumfoma Rehin CCA, no a medical doctor. Ewo Coco board, me kaipa. And we say 2 million a year pay. Say President Fono Mukasa say 2 million a year pay there. Lay down this. I will lay down this. You lay down that. Let me also lay down this. Let's all come together. That time, no baby kasi ona party no e bia na nyini bebre ntina power blocks and no so. I agree. That time in MPP, there were only, I think, only 3 power blocks.
Yes.
You had the Ashanti block following J. Kufo. There were only 3. And then we had some parts of the Eastern region supporting the bonus for Professor Edubuahi.
Okay.
And then another group, Kakrebi, and so from Eastern region also supporting Nanado. But to the latter part of it, you realize that na Nanado ne Edubuahi ya kensi eni.
Okay.
Anti Wosha 1998 MPP presidential primaries, na JH Mensa Abeshimbi. Onube D Professor Edubuahi name from B that side, And don't forget, say JH Mensa did you about it Akufo.
Okay.
And Nanado so every Eastern region ever. And so Wosha Nanado Kasa. Any JH Mensa Kasa, it looks like said here, a year what 1992 no and one assigned CM. And so we actually had just 2 power blocks. The Kufo Ashanti block, the JH Mensa Nanado Eastern Bono block.
Okay.
And a Bekaboom. Now a son, I don't crack on a master in team chair answer. Obey national chairman Eddie. Yeah. Comedy national chairman in them. But I know another day story. That for be America. It is what you say currently MPP power party now. The 7 power blocks now and are affected party. No. So say the Chichemu Maku 7. 7. Sa 7 na e wo ho no. A dos do. E do baby so mutimi trust na we imagine. Now the enka 3. That 3 ni 2 imagine na meka 2. Yeah. Anya sa. Look, me deep politics
no, but that is true because the course no there. I mean,
William say Baumia won the block.
Yes, Baumia block.
Now Nanado then on the block.
That's what the block.
I want the block. Kufa block still exists. One of my Alan for no more and this woman so woman MPP woman so move no. Almost sounds one block. Canada Japan creative block.
Yes.
Can I get in the block? I will party. What's a modern your friend said Brian
Champo.
A boy, yeah. 2020 elections, no, year about 2024 constituency of Moayewo, Eastern Region, and a few other areas. Also, yeah, say we share Eastern Hona, we're creating a block, and all down.
And they believe him.
No, they believe him. They believe him.
Yeah.
They believe him. They believe him. Pa. It is 7 power blocks now. And what MPP says here, they need to sit down here and you're Freemason at the winning election.
About Freemason, but my miss us a question where if it happens, 7 blocks in a year, Juma, because they exist. Obiansu when the interest now, we are national executive. In the current state, how are you supposed to manage
the national executives? Like I say, belong to the blocks.
It will be any master.
Share, woman call. The time I will not do when we call now. We call no we have. No we have free. We know we say, woman down hall, obviously there be money hall. Woman see more mobile. Woman do okay, and then you have fast to whom kind of copium. Okay, woman, I'm here. Woman do okay, and then you have fancy. Said the way I be quite so much. It's Obia person say. I said we can do it together.
Okay.
So what shall we teach you politically? No, too early. It is not too early. So we can talk with the Abbey Kakano, Mekabum Derby, MPP Assembly Ekano, and NDC. NDC for Mudi Meku. We never say Swabum. No Makofa, you are not Kohum.
Are you able to bridge?
NDC for the
differences, no.
Woman, you now be Dimekona soon. Omu ya mbekwa kofa yi wa no akwa kohuhuru
Captain Basel
sana
my person be question way ye ka MPP for asem dia me sure say you are the best person betumi aka one asem pa achen including any other even most of the political analysts because we are insider everywhere kwara brims aba say enti person be say uni nkrofo nya adwin say sa executives now more say no current leadership now.
Who told you said they will stay?
Thank you. Because the Ecos one, Ghana, you strong opposition parties. So I can be brave. So by the Ecos we there, I say.
Who said they will stay? So, what should I say?
I didn't record the idea. Ghana,
national executives, no. Meaning back to your question. National executives, no. They belong to the blocks.
Okay.
Between you and I, Korea or him. Owafa. Ayekele de Japan.
Wow.
Koyo na oka.
You know what?
I think I say onu na betu ya ka say because on inside out.
Our Kennedy.
Yeah.
Because what did he say? Or say time na ye bre e wo party nim ye pro bi kura ma no the TV station and then the radio station e ba nye me boye no na won aka na omo he say nye Kenna. It tells you where he's thinking towards. Ye the party that chiache. It's so we know what they do and how they do it. One will say for a very long time Dan Botry I silent.
Very quiet.
Okay. So I realize here Lord Coming Onuswa quiet. Hackman Otiase Umui why quiet. Osafumafo why you abeka so mabon kokra. Omon kokra. Woma no mo akokra. Omutimi kasa.
Kofo nyini se omunyina.
Kofo awo ho why din. Adokofo owo why din. Je cho unso e chan owo why din.
Yeni mu nyina o.
Kodon pieni wo ho why din. Mampon former MP or corporate be Adenimo or why didn't you?
And say cried or pulling him out of.
You see what it means? They say yet wija party ma and mebunu one omo jadene. But tembiano as a when you're magnetic old person be right in the center.
Okay.
So what the political party here? Said you be a party into Jano. You require an old magnetic force. To sit at the center.
It's pivot.
So when the left wingers are crying wolf, and Ukraine almost so mechano, and Stephen Tim as young that time, very young man. That time, not very young. Wrong. They needed negotiations under the carpet campaign. Only Paul Afoko.
Okay.
Hey, don't go there. Don't try. That man, don't try.
And I was even hearing, say, the current national executive election year, Afoko was lacing his boots. Say, Obesamba national chairman. Now, onunti no mu issues are caveat, no. Say, you're from now, Sabe Mubiema. Unya 2 years, I won't even contest the election.
Yeah. And see, say, no, what's going to happen? You have Nanabi.
Yes.
Obekwa Jina Bium Sope, national organizer, Eddie. Nanabi is a very
fine national organizer.
Or a very fine lawyer, very energetic, intelligent young man. But with this scale, I did the MPP and MPP so China. MPP in your age, the EDD. And your body is so and you did MPP a strategy. If you lack strategies, you can't lead MPP to win political power. Take it or leave it. NDC a election winning machine woman your political party. NDC now a election winning machine. So anytime you are competing or contesting NDC in any election, you must have a strategy. And NDC for who said no, winning machine, but now NDC strategy no. So what's your former Ashanti regional chairman? No, I would have many pay your masses. No, no, my quarter about we got to be real. Chabarazoka, yeah, the Azoka boys, Saba, yeah, Nafaranda boys, Kakra, Eagle boys, Kakra, Wemua Kakra, Mobi Squad for her. Keda for her, and so it was blocks that were winning elections for the NDC. Then they realized that say you kakra. One share some blocks we didn't winning elections. Break it down while you Then they said some recruitment. Obanibo amonye NDC.
Oh yeah.
How they do to NDC? Say guy. Communications minister.
Sam George.
Onye ndisi ni.
Yes, Sam George.
Onye ndisi ni.
On say
me ndisi ni. Your friend saying, okute to nankasa, onye ndisi ni.
Of course.
So the NDC decided that no, let's look for young guys, recruit them and groom them. And almost started some recruiting. Felix Okwacho for Sudumuni Adeni no. They were recruited. It was a deliberate, intentional. It was a conscious thing. Let's get them
2008
onto the block.
And those were the student leaders back in the days. Yeah.
When himself Mahama refused to contest as MDC parliamentary candidate, I don't want to say some things here. I don't want to say certain things here. So, if you look at NDC, one more a movie from their shells to the shelves. In politics, when you keep yourself in your shell, no one coil na wushim obi ehun shell and wa okoshe the shell no mu a who wa no we no. So the NDC moved out of their shell and placed themselves on the shelves.
Yeah.
So that as soon as you enter the supermarket, you see them.
And I John Mahama so be no be rebranding of the party.
And I said, look at her as an experienced politician. I said, look at her may not have all the needed strategy for the NDC to win, but on the experience, ABT will be here. So you had some Georges, the Omani Buames, the Mutales, all of them. Then Omani Buama took over the NDC election directorate.
Machinery.
And then he said that, okay, now we know if we want to win, we'll win. What is left is leave it with me. What do you say, President Mahama, Omani leave it with me?
Wow.
Yeah. In anything when there's giddy, a BBA buyer, Omani old boy, leave it with me. And then Omani also started coming up with election strategies. Therefore, went to her. And then what broke the camel's back was activate the body cameras. Now, if you look at the NPP as a political party, then I'll be only strategy be the winning election. I ain't kind of
I say that I'll be
only strategy be
as national organization.
That is the only strategy. Any only strategy be. Tell me, show me one strategy NPP put in place 2024 elections. Did you see any strategy?
I know you're one out of the many. We need 2016, and we need 2020.
But 2016, no one should organize that.
Samia WOHO.
It should send a signal to you.
But Captain,
me a general secretary. I could only strategy.
I could do any strategy.
Oh, chief strategy on the winning election.
Na could do any strategy to me winning
general MPP general secretary posture. Posture. You did MPP general secretary. Could be only be. You see, MPP general secretary no. Yehu dan botwewu.
Yehu kwabena Japan.
Yehu kwabena Japan. Yehu na no healing to. Yehu Sir John. Yehu John Boadu. Yeah. So there's a certain posture
and demeanor,
political corporate attitude be a war MPP general secretary. You must carry the wind. You don't have to sit for the wind to carry you. MPP chairman and I what's now wind the call. But as the general secretary of the new patriotic party, you carry the wind. One who carry wind and who peer wind and the call. Not chairman not to it's a chairman who win the now. Now when did that carry chairman and all the others? Could you need that charisma, only that aura, only Nanabi ni. The worst of it all, a women's organizer. She's lost. Why you know woman? So what they need NPP need to do is say, apart from thinking about unity, they should get a strategic political marketer to sit down with them and rebrand their thinking. What the MPP needs now is mental rebranding. So the intellectualism of the NDC now is actually intimidating the MPP. Because unlike before, Mekato was NDC, an election winning machine. Because that time, you don't see a lot of elites. MPP for the lawyer for PhD. MPP na day a whole professor or yet the deputy finance minister, Professor Jambafo. The deputy finance minister. Yeah. When you have a professor as a deputy finance minister, a deputy minister, then well, I said look at you only PhD. Only the masters were high grade and okay. So the elitism, no, if you say MPP 1992 because of one more exiles, one more central buche, kususu adie, no mobile no. And a Ghana force so there. You should mu. Oh, me ba we there. We see woman o. Ba we na catch am say woman para kwasia. Nti, we bet we see woman na wa asase so yina sabe. Na deno ayatesa.
I just wait me.
Oh. So, NDC for no who say no. And for no a mental branding game na MPP for no NDC elbow from 1996, 2000, 2004, even 2008. It was a mental game. The MPP actually had no strategy, but they had strategists amongst them. But they were using their intellectual capacity to outshine the NDC. The NDC said no. From 2006, everybody said no. We'll do recruitment. Now count and prefer war NDC more. Akoskua so money wujina hono mono kasa brofo na mo de beto aba okujeto say okujeto she general secretary kodu asisi ya wo show we so say okujeto ni kodu asia asabe na baba
for debate
then be so
atesa
debate was them now okay
okay we ka so okujeto ofi voter region enti voters nkatwi into okuja to tebrofo kofa Sam George bra na fa na bi tira ha atesa so the reality is that what the new patriotic party needs now a mental rebranding. They need to come up again with another mental strategy, which might be bigger
than the NDC
and stronger than that. Is because they say NDC for no one more intellectual capacity. This is no. I'm telling you today, it is intimidating the NPP here. Now, small analysis being chosen here. Say, Ufa Kate Jimfu at Nahasia now they
Hanabisu.
The man can Hanabisu or Doctor Hanabisu. Doctor. Then a busy. Canopre.
I test
our Mudomusia. And some cats are Omutu
discuss the issue. What will happen?
Over Hanabisu ahead.
What am I trying to say? 1 year and every before communications director.
Oh, Madam V. You have this here. Agba Richard. Ayagba. For Richard Ayagba, Tana has a seer. Never some medium. Never some medium. What could too far? Never the Chromia Bini, never could you to Tana. Well, they so want to be compelled. Oh, so I'm looking at Okuja to not as a minister.
Okay, but in Tally.
For Ayagba, Tana. Never could you to Tana. Number 1 hour. Head to head, then you see.
And they say clear difference there clear.
Fa Ayagba tana wa ko nyeso. Na fa sami dem fitina ha. Meja on 1 hour.
Atesa na beba.
But don't know how much, you know. I happen on several locations. Social media now. So what it means now, the thing is the MPP here. We hear mental rebranding because here 2024 defeat say you jit to move engine to move a prayer MPP mentally. Yeah, I have a very big event.
A prayer MPP mentally. Now they thought that in 20 Muhammad when called 2020 Jane right
yes, Jane.
2016 and on Emisata a doctor.
Yeah.
Why you do Bank of Ghana, right?
As governor, yes.
As governor. And a doctor Mamadou Baumia, also a doctor. Why you do Bank of Ghana as deputy governor. So we had 2 governors. Each of them were running mates. They were all doctors. So Dr. Pakwesi Emisata and then Dr. Mahamadou Baumia. Okay. Watch this. BBC. Ghana for any alcohol. And then I'm making my catch them and say, MPP lose no lose you, but Baumia contribute to 40%.
Wow. Dr. Baumia. As a candidate. As
a candidate, or contribute to 40%. And I'll tell you why. May MPP lose no lose me diagnosis no, but me can be actual. Obusa, the young doctor, the young governor. How many questions?
Over 70 or more.
Okay. Or your list of questions. Enna or the man, the student. So as of that time, Baumia was the lecturer. Pakwesi Misata no a student. And I will lecture no questions na kasano. What the ama students say or answer. And a student no going to me answer.
Yeah.
And I will lecture na kasano. Academic board no of university no. Ghana University academic board.
See for marking scheme, bra.
For marking scheme, bra. And I wonder marking scheme about. Yeah, what the marking scheme ni buy any busa? Wow, your lecture no. Explain your marking scheme. And I tell her. It's one person we lecture no questions now was set here.
Went to me.
Emma was student no. Academic board no friend will say for marking scheme no bra. Let's say answers are. If it's a student to throw we are with or throw we are with him, but will be me. So that time no election and as no student.
A lecturer will fail.
There no admission kura my student.
No drop out.
So politically Baumia was a dropout. Me tell me yamo shame. You see 2024 muna. No 2022. Omu pia questions na ma Baumia no. Me catch if you go say if you me machine
on to me
and of say and I'm say emfa no say kojo me rade e be fo me buy be fa so and I'm say Say 7th January, Yaswe Mahama Ina 2022 March. 2022, say Yaswe Mahama in 2025. If you have a deja, your friend na. I said I say 2025. You best Mahama in because lecturer, I'm a student. Abono. Wa fairly poto. The lecturer ni ma de no. Eti let's talk about me to be trust mentally.
Yeah.
Or upgrading ne hona o ma yehu say he's far above that even the questions are or the map accuracy in Satano. He could not answer one.
But even in terms of answering, no, I mean the reality, no differences near very clear. And say oka economy, opesa oka exchange rate once more. Captain, I mean theories are be answering and the reality will expose you.
No, but
it's clearly no, I mean any idea effort.
What if Sabamia could have answered all the questions? But Onua Kasasu who said weti Uja open up here or your vice president. Yeah, Mami Jane Opoko at Bautia, Ubiti on Kancheno. Vice President, you don't open up
yourself.
President, no open up yourself.
Okay.
Or your vice president, you close
your ranks.
Your ranks. So that you will be able to protect your president.
And you will be idea.
There be and so your vice president, you don't open up. Vice president, who close. Now president now open up. Now who actually now only chief of staff, a monitor. Mokwa, baby, assistant can be to the public and who could be your president. That's how a vice president must behave. When you're vice president, you don't see, you hear. It is the president that sees and the president doesn't hear. That is the greatest principle of the presidency. So the vice president, you don't see, you hear. And say, hey, must say, oh, ma, your excellency, say this. Okay.
So all the time you're getting information.
Must say that's why I hear me there. How Mahama Afa, the American, Canadian, and the Russian presidency strategy, Abagana. And see, chief of vice president Nakasa or a whole team.
Yeah, chief of staff.
Or the chief of staff, or the day, because the vice president does not see.
Okay.
You hear. So who gather in and work close, you go sit before the president and you open up. Now we call.
But the impression was created until Dr. Bawumia running mate be vice president. It was almost as if vice president Ayenyo Munina were very ineffective until Dr. Bawumia ebai because Nanado Emma Dr. Bawumia the opportunity so be here more.
No, I think we overhype him.
Exactly. Kasani bebre honoma onono economical lectures any day.
Sir, we are vice presidential candidate. A different from say Woody vice president too.
Sure.
Yeah. We overhyped Bawumia. We covered his weakness. And in politics, when your weakness is covered from the public, it's dangerous. People don't know. They think that you should not allow people to see your weakness. Sometimes your weakness must be seen in public. So watch this. Kufuor showed the whole world his one weakness. Sir, he's not an orator. Ontumi Kasati said the Captain Smart say. Ontumi Kasati said the Rollins say. Ontumi Kasati. So he made it clear. Sir, me ubi sama asema metume buasi adjena. One. Namasa to be buasi. Ama umwaye. Kufuor ntise Obama. Kufuor ntise Rollins. Kufuor ntise Captain Smart. Ubi sa na rrrr ya kono. Onua kasama Ghana for who weakness. Eti, we were able to marry his weakness with his strength. And we were disabused and divorced ourselves from the perception, say, and then he came up with policies and a nearma, a bit outshining the weakness. But when your weakness, you see, you kataso.
Yeah.
And only idea plan. It's a time now. Agronomu ye day now, onyo bia and cover the weakness, no subium. Na senka party machinery no e cover no but that time ma cover na test me
but then no go na one dey no hold you bullet no
because the thing say when you go and you say Palugu dam ye wie it is the greatest project, the biggest project in the history of this country from Kwame Nkrumah's time. And then we go there, land in Ukraine.
There were a lot of deceit in the system. And I'm driving for a catapult.
Good. You see?
Containers made.
And that's why I said that. Oh, the vice president, you don't see, you only hear. But I was seeing too much, and he was hearing less. Because now almost so. Me take them yam shishim manu. Honestly, me take them yam shishim Emma Papa no. Because we will say, one man one hono. Bien wa onim sa tokru no mu agrodie. I'm telling you. And questions ni na went to me here no. Na ye be the flag bearer. And Ghana for a academic board no. A friend say ke wo bra. Questions now with the ma student no. I'm a student no. Ofeli here no. My marking scheme. Na test at yesim. Marking scheme no buy no. Sinti then ha. Unya 5 na ha unya 70 a chese obema ni B+ na ha unya 80 a C chechirima yenti ase na nkonta na we bruni se bruni ntime we e ho na wo se time na all year lectures no e wo 2016 elections dim and even 2020 na on sresre no nya
no a candidate
no that weakness of Bawumia was not showing. They should have allowed him to be himself, to show the real him to the public, so that we can have strategy to disabuse the perception. They didn't allow that. And I think TC 2021 TC.
And opena maybe sir, many obedient commoner, maybe sir me say, I mean, as vice president, economist, even economist.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your economic management team? Inflation 8 may rise up to 53%. A koya exchange rate, and okra than baby, a koya could do 23 to $1 about 20, not about 17. I think the 16 was a send on the rapid omokoye. Now, in the last 8 months, okay, at force in a ranking member of the finance committee, me, I'm managing the exchange rate between January till now. It ranges between 10 and then 12. You understand? Or the at most, I understand 13 Ghana cedis. But I mean, clearly, one who say exchange rate, stabilize a kankra. Theories being a yet different from the Dr. Bawumia, any kind of Foriata air applier. I mean, this time round, maybe the same theories though from the economic lectures, but at forcing, I mean, air applied differently. Me James idea I mean, I don't know many will be discussing, but no many answers. Why would this happen? Because I mean, this is somebody on paper and one more the way bit me
one say we call schooler on. I dare a classroom no, 4 corners. Na o team na ya kire wo. Nti nyansa den tra wall no. Nyansa no inside hwa. Wo tro exams na wo be tro wall sa 4-legged adenam na wa tro no wa ya pass wo. Now, wo ba bonte sa wo be ye wo de be ye adwuma. E ho na wo hia fie nyansa no. Ato forcing. When we na so economics so, but what am I ato forcing DBT Ghana for? E fie nyansa. Ato forcing the fie nyansa complete if you nyansa. Because ato forcing who say you jai sikem bebre be go abonten a
inflation beba.
And na fofo bebre beba fie ho. And we are say we esichiri sa ntati abeko. Esichiri na sape ntati abeko. Enti osomu ha na wa or the merry go round. No send the beto baby na. No ama gold board for ko. No ma koto gold na ba. On the gold na ba na ya share the value. Now we publish. Atofos is doing a lot of publications outside Ghana. So they say no. Ghana say there on Mayas Ghana no the gold no on Tungu to say canoni a Tugu no or Kabuano baby Opiabuano baby and the more I want gold no gold is only the boost the economy and they had a serious backbone and to call Yuka gold omuntu America phone to gold but gold the park chain yeah the year true at first number 2 based on your question are there at first in ASCC and say or practical management and yet theoretical management
common sense approach
at first or practicals or the Insanu Juma and a finance minister no and book
that was the answer Pakwesi gave Bawumia answer now the man to Mbekaya. See any theory, you manage economy with theories. And it's the same thing, exactly. That's when he was that's what is on my mind. Say Ato is using practical knowledge. Practical knowledge. Time I'll call Makola Market and I'm going for dinner. Go for cat. Oh, he's doing popular what? Or far issues now. He's doing practical. Baumia me Adebakwa me Japan say he exposed himself to media for before election because Mahama ye binti onu super say ye bi captain in Crawford Ekoguna Nimasi no and seriously speaking or who say he's not a practical person and the oil nyina cosmetic economics now you know he shouldn't have exposed himself to that extent and he say there me no honestly speaking Nipa 5 now Omukono he seems to be the calm person for me I say well you bit calm but no but
say calmness in fact
that is it
calmness so far yeah honestly speaking this practical thing I say okojomu no nkrofo ante ase mo economy manage pa ye ma mo you nim ska spend pass ye mema but the man manage ma eti me ye sure say o hwese de me na ba o sika no cheche le be e bonasene e wo de weto e po ba ko na no style bi o ye de say ya na we sane ba ha de no ansa na be sane no wo bre ansa watimi sane eti a practical knowledge and all the manage economy no once I'm a president I am relaxed there's no pressure on Jomama there's no pressure sankante sankaye na finance minister pa send defense sanka no at the same time
maybe Brazil maybe I'm not heard this inside
finance the load of work a good finance now what sign the defense as a time so
very critical
very
you think it's an easy thing
sure
because at force in the fear answer common sense ni ye juma because uko UPS ko security and intelligence gathering na ye nche utuoto eto ye nche utuo UPS uko University of Cape Coast ko security and intelligence gathering na ye nche utuoto uko Kofi Annan peacekeeping center ho e security and intelligence ye nche utuoto but wo ba na ko police obetutu
sure
etu betumi share police ni okuta master's degree in peace and security but about the practical field where you na yenko ohu ye so what check IGPs are around the globe best cadet for omontanye CDS your two pa IGP they are the practical people one you do omo yade so the way where the world is moving into no we don't need too much people or omo theoretical book what share book na guni trim mami theory way law and tell security intelligence theory I draw intelligence cycle not to her and point to a time of collection then processing I draw cycle not to her no we don't need such people because that intelligence cycle no you find tutu from further bana oko no you find intelligence cycle kwache no I don't require strategy. I watch it ho. Na no so kwa wo strategy ni wi na wo nyi wo practical knowledge na utbi. Ato first on the fear answer.
Yeah, complete.
And practicality. Wo hu say your economy no. Efi August, September, October, November, December, dollar kosro. You were dollar belt.
Demand high.
Dollar belt no ho. Dollar belt no e reduce by February.
Yeah.
And kosro sa. If you August ba no, June ba no bo say oyese nkakakra. Oyese nkakakra. It is said that businessmen and women no benye sika na pressure embe economy ni sunti no. Osha president dollar no be conform. Team.
Odiaba.
10-1. Eti obia owo dollar wo fie no.
E de beba.
What they call bank? The businessmen no akoto akogu fie. You see, people didn't see the strategy. Maybe take them head and say, "Hey, I to force away. Ako eni mianza." Eti oje musa no. Business obi okokwan so kofa niam babia or yes smart bia no ekoto dollar kogu ho. Because yempo October dollar be kosoro. It's a dollar ne call 10 cedis no. 10-1. Say who call Bank of Ghana, say 10-25. Yemfa Bank of Ghana dey no kra nye. Time ne call 10-1 no. Businessman bi o yes smart bia to dollar ne be go. Enti we do October no. Na one his dollar akokra niam ba no. Dollar no hia ne yeketu abi. Enti pressure na beba Ghana economy no so no e be yeketekete we any book bi e economics book bi e no we wo. We any economics book bi agifie nyansa. Se fie nyansa na mapeda tesa yinti.
Na could it also be say aban no and started say or yes spending because spending in relative to capital expenditure and procurement any idea it was say aban no e shase say or yeah cocoa fertilizers e was here to echiche big project aban ne ka say obeye what you say no I mean you say ashase ya nisa even though you treat your contractors near there. Now the question is I don't play role now because I mean clearly say won't spend there then unya differentials are unya say
okay I don't focus on buying spend there na me say matter economics ne bi ka a radio so ne TV so that the government is not spending matter say MPs ne bi kasa Ghana how you trade taxes in area how many percent na buying spending Can for ateko na 93. Enti ya jije tori na okrum ha. Aban sign the sika no man di paka krabia umotwato. So is the government spending or the government is not spending? Government is spending.
No, so salaries you because what you
but taxes here they
yes, but I'm talking in terms of capital investment.
And
infrastructure say aban
and the business na yo. Ghana ha you hospital e besia. Aban kwa kotoka alone. So government is spending, but a sense said dollar number from Kakrentino.
Impact in a year.
And I never qua at 2 force a year, a boy and pan say. William said just the mere fact is a dollar and call from no. Or did the carry any meetings with their creditors near there no. Dollar and call from the 10 cities work a cranano.
Let's make you a debt to me.
A trade debt to be almost 38%. In the Ghana, ye kaya dear no. Or the young said tia, Abayan Tamsika Kutia. And only a day say, Nipatia say dollar na bar from no. A kana Ghana, dear
reduce debt.
I take kind to say, whom as a high sense no.
And you say, yen cast 750, another 7.
It's a Canada, that one, yes, sir. 800 1 trillion and what a kind of so. In Sabina, you relaxed, Kakra. The excess buy we share year 2028 expenditure. Well, President Biya Kase, a do election year on you on overspend it. Bahama Okabi join 2016 but overspend it. Wakabi war of course Singapore no can say overspend it. Definitely overspend it. Because ministries, departments and agencies budget no. Who micromanage it. They manage it at their levels. So when they are releasing the money into the public, you the president might not know unless you are told. Because president do on take, vice president take. So unless the president is being informed, so this is what is happening. So if you look at it carefully, expenditure and kasani, because I'm buying spending on spending on them. Say health insurance, I can't help you. They've cleared it. Contractors no muncho munyi, but they've paid more than half. They're clear for you. What they are not doing, say, all right, now I'm two was no year. This is how I will say it. I say, all right, venue not perform. So I'm two was no managing no year all around the year. Even before Megan Crawford or Mako jail, no when you can half.
Because on bear collections.
Oh, and the better I near my say, you know, getting. So I think that for now, you job life for my own. Let them do what they are doing. A do baby pressure no be bad, baby pressure no be fear by a coin.
Exactly the point.
Say roads. Aban way or marking to the first pressure. Ebe roads. Eduane de ebeba. Eti food and shada me any difficult thing. Biom. Eduane de beba. Enti roads. NFA, health. These are the two things that are we checking here. Because a Ghana for no, say they was a buying by on chair. A yes, I buy no by Casabe Nirana, helicopter semi, ever boom say bam, and a Ghana for na Obiai Dean, Yakota on the air train. So, young Kebian Shima, Tim, Akwatia. And see, I'll say, yay. Obi wua you was said you behave and see Ghana for kakra and you do September and see your
first year no more holiday
and see September we so be 2 minutes we be come and say you be come for kodi kwame nkroma birthday be we e be ba no na yesi October na ye ko bronya suppose nkrofo na adwen na ko di bronya ye di bronya we wi a na ye TC 2026 about we pressure kwan enti on to ne boss na on pen niam ngu ho a o de be fix ya kwan because me apam junction e ko si ha so ze meje me kwan e ogumo west ho meje kwan no me na me shase ye je sa kwan no because
what the junction to Asinkre go
also wo there
oh yes
Man one road.
Oh, Taplau.
Oh, you are. And see, Obia a particular road. I want it. But I know you're 2026. And I never get my buying you very unpopular. No. Omunjai. You want never been getting me or wow. And why you're unpopular. We want to answer why you're unpopular.
Yeah, a bit idea here.
America, Canada, and Ghana. One no security system you correct pa.
America, Canada,
and Ghana.
And oh. Only Ghana can.
So what did I tell you? Yeah. Okay. It is a car. Ayra. If you Canada, then you need to be drive a car from Quebec, Ontario. And the baby William
Drew Ghana.
Drew US. I signed the free kwa baby and the car could see ship him. My car be Drew Ghana. Every year duty. One year, yeah. I mean, car. Emma Abayon popular chain be Okruma, but people don't know. Now let me tell you. During Rawlings' time, then you see, Omkokra troopers, Mokai, Toyota B. And I got a scanning wall, and I buy a Kokra cars, and no more packet cars, cars in your packets, you want to for me 8 years.
Yeah.
What is that? That's your
program.
and Emma Rollins here very unpopular by the Crawford. And you better see J. for time. And you be unpopular kese. I was a Ghana for you in Toyota. And a J. A buyer no cover Ford. Some of ya Ford Expedition.
Yeah.
Ford then J. Was a cast and I can see
Explorer.
Ghana for say hey Ford the Bo Petro. And the President Kufo Ford and Kwan or Team Explorer and Expedition. Ford no so more fair. What am I comfortable?
Johnny so.
Johnny fine. Hey. And a cofa. I brand say you cry me refi day. Oh, Kufo time they're not chichikasi. Hey, me refi go fade. Wait, near choka. Wait, near cheka. Wait, no mako garage way. We are to talk kasi. No mako some kasi free ho. Wait, we end this ni. No mako some kasi. Yeah, wait. We cry you say one former minister we nam. Nze we talk kasi there and the kasi there mind there. No mako say. Hey, yeah. When you say kasi, you refi abrochiri. And go for we are. And now we mo tam de ba no. Enye de wo. Ache. What were ton cars one? Some men will lose election and tempt. What you say? One more ton cars for Kruma. One quite contribute 15% na Kufado MPP do lose elections because of duty. And this is so by Professor Messi time you and a branch of unity, SFN Carlson. You remember?
Carlson, yes.
And also kiki. The Ghana for Bambu say pine. So yeah, bonnet, say 1 year bonnet, so yeah from so, 1 year from so. They come by here in and say, and perform the Womokas if you have Bruchity Bar, they are Jackas nephew, they are Chichicasino, they are Jeffy or Arambwa. Okay. Then they go to another time. Yeah, baby, we have tasks crown or much. It is a what the cars and see when you see as I buy fresh government, obey on popular term. Obey on popular term.
Interesting.
Obey very you see, and you're never getting. You need to sit down.
I can't for.
Ose.
Is there Gaza Yoku for?
Oh, Gaza Yoku for.
Obey on popular. The next thing is that Ghana for yet me G ade was ade with the board by a better. Unimza. Say and then the aduane boy e di you. That's when you na hwe dipa. Ye de no acheche ewre. Ba na aban ne yon popular. Sadia boy dia yemfa ho enti wugro ho a ade ma ban sha say yon popular tem wo kai say na do buy no start chichi cars
yes
and I him for crado man to me say opadi munjai cars no chichi na munya aduma no e hona no popularity dey start here but them people ehu o man so anu ntem say ya me no ka say ha bo wugro ho a eno so be ma ban yon popular enti atofosi when you say practical education, to buy your hair didn't do say $10 so. $10 so we no. And also there be yensan kwa habo. Sa jeben taxes we need Google so na ma ade ne bo kosoro no. Ade ne $1 no na eye. But $1 no so na eje we no. Yensan yi sa taxes no be firo. Na ade ne bo no. Due to the mrafom. Enti wo a e crack car sema no. Se oni bibi o de pima ban no. Obia okoyi ni niyama ba no. There's another strategy bi omode ba so mu implement side dey say wo. Omode ade bi ba ha bo ho. Saban we implement the side dey bom say wo. Na esom fa so na Ghana for year relax da. Kewo. I happy and becho.
All right, kojo
sada me kan nka so bi becho. CPNC o.
Well, you're going to be saying why they win the Akwatia election. I'm getting a lot of messages, but Akwatia is green, and they say they can't catch on that. And he said, yeah, can say, you know, a very clear lawyer Ben had to be a winning seat for the NDC. Well,
yeah, on Akwatia, send me here to me. I can be last few days since on Akwatia. Captain, I think say a jabba. Eba abawi de unu say Akwatia a Diamond City you know him say a past glory but still ebetumi aka say a croix to Diamond
say politicians one Akwatia
yes say there as a industry no egu na galamsey na abe ye juma honum nti this election we election say NDC is in government na yetumi and I say NDC MP etumi free Akwatia dia person use sa akunya we na ye ekashe government say omuma mo ni kwa Akwatia na omutumi ye developmental project honum especially nyama abetumi employ youth no anama omanya juma ye very very important person be say we dey election akoye wie anya dey we ni wie nti ye free hona obi a free Akwatia dia those are my few words last words.
But what does this mean for the government and what does it mean for NPP? Say Omointimian retaining seats, for the memory of NSC Akumi. I said earlier, say election where you crucial and Crawford fan easy. Say election we share that BBS. But what I was saying was that say a NDC. What it means then is say confidence and Crawford Ghana for in the NDC in the last 8 months here one more confidence what it means is that by this election the good people of Ghana approve of their president Mahamani NDC again Akwatia the new patriotic party what it means then is party no reorganization or mobilization any be almost any the impression party no try say omobema Ghana for what say Mahama any NDC adada woman clearly it is telling you say sa agenda no and fire Ghana for nintie and the NPP will have to do a lot of work just to ensure say reorganization no omobetimi mobilizing omo a year and then Oshe Akwatia it was more or less as if say Afenyo marking anana early discharge for the new patriotic party. You don't really see the national executives even though Kodia koho Nanabi koho but most of the job and Ejuma Kasepa and Afenyo marking is the one leading it and as a minority leader they say Wabefield Masha but people are equally saying say so Afenyo meye leader anotina see any D anotini baby no any politics. It was more as if say more relevant but they say oyi na nim na say niema Akwatia no in 1 or 2 ways. Enti how should the two parties take this assessment omo a ewa Akwatia through this election omo timi amana there the enumere.
Number one, I don't see say it will add anything but it would one make the NDC look like one more strategy say here Juma. Okay, one NDC rebranding no year Juma part of the rebranding no year Juma it is working and working so good. The other say I can say seat in the name modia
yeah you can say mu wiai
enti yaje okay question is say eba say na Akwatia for asesa omonsa if indeed they voted for the NPP in 2024 dent na mo asesa omonsa and omo say aban na wo power nti no omo pay MP obekọ aban nim na obeboa omo kwan ben so. This election shows the weakness of the NPP.
Exactly the point I made.
It shows the weakness of the NPP. My minority leader. 8 months ago, he was a majority leader.
Yeah.
And leader of government business. What was say? Almost every corner of Akwatia only did an able.
Yes.
Unlike before, a secretary, chairman, we by election put the chairman crown could be by election
youth organizer, secretary.
A youth organizer, general secretary, organize panel at the 10 a.m. Because the cancer is it Aguna East na that time could job and read say. The kwaya Aguna East MPP for teacher in here then buy and on 1 year. Yeah, kwaya no. Could job and read that time no local government minister. And then I think the general secretary and then the national organizer. Yet from say could you marry this on Trebian and the wedding? Kakano beton on one or nobody. On in such a thing kakra. That's, I mean, it's real. I mean, yeah, can't quite baby. Oh, we are. Oh, Momra, here from Hosana. Yeah, did. Said the accountant, you know, yeah, and would Musa, the BD minister. What's accountant for such a day? Accountant for Yiska. When we fear, because here for what? Oh, yeah. Scared and tables across the video. A accountant for Subai.
MPP, the best finance minister for me.
Oh, no, I mean, he was. Yeah. I mean, he was the best finance minister. I mean, we should name 1 or 2 BR. We still can say that he is. Well, party no abre. Senado to be for interim executives, sir. Me many are one resigning.
Therefore, from Rao.
Yeah. Na party they are appointed.
But the question is, why cry the bit me a yes rescue mission? Because currently, Oshe Omokra AU Mutise Omopeso positions no quite an interesting one. Still, John Bodu Pesoba National Chairman.
May
any few ones, but I mean, a mood no as compared
General
to
Secretary MPP Ohun. Makacho say MPP National Organizer. Any General Secretary. Wona, they carry the wind. The wind doesn't carry them.
Parties on their shoulders.
Wona carry a deal. Then woman is asked tsunami na kofa chama na di umachi.
International Organizer bossy Moses Abose Oba. When Moses Abo.
Maybe say minimum
former Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer of the party. One Kasa Unia titles global. I'm sure saying you
these are
the name. I'm just mentioning because we can
Titus can be a fine general secretary.
Glover.
Titus Glover can be a fine general secretary or just some percentages of that thing a DD general secretary. National Organizer when people know. One consultation. You bet from back at the Sassan the National Organizer. No. MPP National Organizer DNO, a DB. Miss Minya, not that time, and I'm 2, my advice and Abia, coming to no for Uncle General Secretary. And Uncle Trying Laco. Because MPP organize and fairly pay Asamaba. And NDC, the General Secretary so fairly pay party number. It's a 2. MPP is the General National Organizer. So and NDC is General Secretary. So that is why NDC make sure say I said you can say wo boa ye manenko. O the General Secretary ni sa in fe por dun son. What if you na be in fe man I say? Na ka say. What you said you can 17 years old as General Secretary. Ah, efi Jasikodia enfie mo a. Na Jasikodia enfie na ka say. Na ka say. So MPP Corporate General National Organizer MPP National Organizer must be obia onim party no maybe an influence share.
But obviously DIAPP no a show interest no ana me bobo so man so
me the minim no wo ye Titus Glover
ono pe na onim no
e bia na minim wo ba minim so mudin no.
Okay,
so I think that MPP for Nankasan to mo boase hwe mo yo so obi atan obi antan o we na Ghana for nam krum ha enso yo mo to no na obi de yeto gas ye no wa na echi ni koba petrol ye no wa na eto enti mo bia anya na adwen so obi tan no they should sit down na so obi ka sama omumfa hwe enane nansa president chi obi tena ase na no o ka se mi a chere say he uti wo to boase aya wuti a emotions free
na yi political party
asama mahama ka chere nipa no se wuti captain yi emotions free na yi political party ni sinche ne ti akwa na yi obema solutions.
General Secretary no Eugene Ntwisope former Subin.
Well, Eugene yeah bad but Eugene Koko Hano.
Slighted and so sope.
Eugene Koko, remember Sly ho. Eugene Koko Hano. Oh say MPP General Secretary no ho. E say ye wo tape bi ho ye de to ho. Ye de measure. eti wo ba na wahwe wo temperament na wa check say okay metimi agai we na me jai we me say me per national position be wo MPP ma me per general secretary me per national organizer me say me per national position be wo MPP ma ka me per general secretary me per national chairman me per national organizer MPP party no we are general secretary you wo some near be medical car you need to have a certain strategy be some aura be around you Eugene you're very fine but Miss Roman on the koko hano ena oye obi a enya radio so not say me general secretary you was me why en kana bonten so your party general secretary ya asemi wo a yen kana bonten but bia na many Eugene feel landed ba foforo no obedi MP no na many samike ni ade restaurant bi share Confano Teaching Hospital chem ho bebe no sisa na you know when any share the strategize asama kame ya do modibedi MP so menim mendeni share din punem komo ache say wetimi arrange engineer ne ho said ya o say opade bia yi wo hye obi opade yi pa sankrofo no yenso yakoko hae minyanya nkade wo yaye ne ntem yaye ne yi bo ho nche na ma ne bufu na MPP general secretary die no so wuni akoma wuni sa that stomach ewurade ebe pause to do ye be set we general secretary su afidie bebre utom se kukro yenyaw eno bi no musu jombo du ma ni tom otom se ton
eti I mean Eugene no hustle
Eugene bad
kodua besa akobiem
se Eugene ni kodua kwa kodua was catching Eugene every before so the wo ye hiani a party no mo mpa wo mu
kodua was catching Eugene
oh was catching Eugene bebre once Eugene or the sika wo nya Holland no de be DMP
and obenze deputy minister
oh say ministry be abo what abo bo ministry no once MP before ne ye wo form ni agro MP before pay here for business oh it's just omo bre pa no once make say edu baby as omo here mental reorientation I don't know omo here say ena Opariansa.
Yes, I'm talking about MP. Obesa baby.
Sir, Opariansa Tissimua.
For general secretary.
For general secretary, race ni be because Korea will then be contested two
giant
members of parliament, two former members of parliament. Eugene, Akufo-Addo boy. Opariansa, Akufo boy.
Is it this all Dr. Baomi aside?
Oh, yeah, ni ya ho.
Mo share Akufo ase.
Oh, yeah, ni ya ho, unka ya ho. Yeah, ni ya ho. Opariansa Akufo boy.
Ana slime so.
Oh yeah, Akufo boy. Na ontimi fi party mu ntimo nkodi ala na chi no. Ka all other things being equal, Opariansa be di ala na chi. But now on person be fi party de me.
Okay.
What I say, party where you are doing so person the general secretary room, you can't just move like that. Say what I say, and then Oshe one way or the other before this one. No, I think he was seen unseen behind Baumia. What I say, but Opariansa or Akufo boy.
John Bodu to become national chairman.
John Bodu to become national chairman. Atesa.
National chairman.
Atesa.
For the NPP.
Atesa. So Boache Jakwam Pam pa say Boache Jakobe Kojet national chairman there. Edding. Because medical catch us say wo NPP na dey be wo mo play party anymore. They don't know that thing. Boache Jakuti sim say kukro say open national chairman. Oh, kewo.
But obeba there.
Oh, na make say oyiniti a. Asa sabra what we chire ho. Boache Jakuti say, "Eh say kwache no. Wo na ye top forms no. Na ye feeling na ye de share nsem say masa say kodi national chairman no." That's how we should do to Boache Jakuti.
Because I think they're going to know me too. Boache Jakuti and Kwabena Japan, two of them favorite for the national chairman. But Kwabena says still now only the president or president.
Onua no.
Yes.
Say what I say. Eti MPP here national chairman or aura. Or what this posture. Ghana ni betimi ahwe no waka say I don't know more papa ya some ya say. So when you're national chairman or tesa waiting. MPP be wapem. MPP be say when you're national chairman be o tibabia na wo koto eka to say hey. Haruna Sekuti how. O say sorry.
Boache Jakuti ba na chairman Bugabe and vice.
Oh Dabi oh.
O say
Oh so kra na ya. Then MPP na ma say this I know I hear we did am we say.
But say asema yenke goyo chairman Bugabe sa akobiem. And na dey see na me ni obi kasa si ansa na yeba. O say ade see wa Akwatia ene between oni azokai. It was a show off for the two to position themselves for the election e wo mo anim.
Election me.
Enti enye say omo sheda ko so omo kokonto kwa. It was a planting so omo beye just to improve their popularity.
Ya ko kumase wo ho. Na ye wa ahonjo. Ena chairman Peter McMenu. Obaye otena se no the way Peter McMenu sit tena akonwa ne so no. Udu ho ana wo ye masho. Udu ho ana wo ye masho. As a chairman to who say hey Charlie. Chairman, what we say wedding Samfunu. So Peter McMenu was style or channel say no what he say no what him chairman. We say wedding Samfunu. No watch on hunya na uko. MPP here that person with that kind of aura. It is a Boache Jakuti Kodia.
Boache Jakuti ba whether so beba na o ma.
Either Boache Jakuti or Chairman Sabunsu.
Chairman Sabunsu.
Yes.
For national chairman.
Yes. May these are the two.
But Chairman Sabunsu they will be on the media. I don't see so beba.
But your fashion man.
But
I know they are fashion. Boache Jakuti sim. Nessa Chairman Sabunsu can wa Boache Jakuti won.
But Chairman won't to me lazy the boot.
Oh please.
So you can't say the people in the race you know.
I'm going to now can say.
Meaning someone but we are aware say oh for. But you be a day or
senior share.
That chairman won't to be at me the Ashanti regional chairman. What makes you think so to be national chairman?
Me Ashanti regional chairman for abako nyina. Me ni mo nyina. Me ni wo nyina sai. Me ni wo mo nyina ye adwuma. Chairman FFanto, chairman Amankwanom, they know me and know me. They know me very well. Which o mo nyansem 3 million, won't be nya 1. Aya can no MPP assembly ye can no. We check FFanto nyansem 3 million, won't me onya 1.
Yeah, Kotoaba won't me wom.
We check Chama Mankwa Munyansa, Chama Mankwa Nyansa, which was 6 million, won't me onya 1.
What do you mean by election? Clearly, I mean, or a contender of Ashanti region. So
many FFanto aye juma. Many FFanto aye juma. Many Chama Mankwa aye juma. Many MPP chairman for aye juma. Ashanti region. Nti se me aya na me kan MPP asema nti na me se me kan say so won't be do omo chairman no mba wi brutal 41 no so a odi national chairman me na me kan 41 no do so
go you want to meet you and me only happy with you
41 no munya no wo say aka 9 pe no and they be 16 pe. You see the reality is that
no why dey chairman want to me ba
no me can say man mba
yes
whoever wins me say me fa ho.
Was you be radio stations for 5 regions?
Where they are, Beba? Want to me, Beba?
Over to media.
I think so. I think the NPP should sit down and they should re-engineer the entire cortices of the party. Because sir intellectual position now NDC for taking, it's quite intimidating.
To the extent says lecturers cry a campaign, open campaign.
What did I mention? I say, and some national executives, sir. There should be this kind of personalities. Chairman Sabunsu, I don't know, but it looks like opposition for vice presidential
candidate.
Chairman Sabunsu. I mean, this is what I see from afar. Yeah. But
I thought the chief of staff Momo, Anna.
Me wa fane de Sankamenya on major party no. Na on restructure party no. But Chairman Sabunsu, so be contesting on Quebec as a woman who on oppose. When say Chair, I don't want contest. WWE on pesa de no. On pesa de no. Enti Sanka Chairman Sabetimi akọ. Dia na kokọ. But ono ebia onko no. Wache jako de so mo koche no. MPP for no kofa no by force. Enko to forms nhyɛ ne nsɛm fa de mra.
Abra won't me wo ho.
Dabe mi.
Abra chema won't me.
Asaba na okay.
Maminya juba we mra na mene Sarah Amankra any enkomo emra wono part of the research department the African Electoral Institute.
Me pena semu mami nchia nansa me feeling brutal. Me feeling papa.
Sarah Bibia Boko the Electoral Institute.
Me pena semu mami nchia nansa me feeling brutal. Me feeling papa.
Yes, Sarah Motomenka.
Meteo Kappa.
Very well. And say yeah, say I mean polls about every year, sorting about yeah counting yeah bibia every. So far no provisional result are being no clearly Akwatia attorney green. Your observation so far na mintio.
Well, so far I'm say counting no say kind say do counting near the na basabasa yoba. So far so good. Na ye better Akwatia for nyina se. Se ubia hwe se bibia bekoso boko na yenka se akwetiafo eni suba na se akwetiafo ibaba to a obdi basabasa yo eba no ye da omase se ne kan wia no ye ka se many police benyi bi kasa pa no che se o ampa omo ofom ho na ejuma mu di nso no omo hwe ama bibia beko boko a ebe wie no ye nti basabasa yo bia nti da police force ase se omdi o se ayoyo na ne o pese omeye no omo yema akosi. Maybe I do say here.
Generally, Ghana for expect to say, I mean, basa kakra because nyama yete hu every by election dia. But clearly, said the yashe Fianopa ABC enumere no otwe aboapa hu no basa yo bia no anko. So, will you say sir this should be the position going forward? Your call election bia no say unnecessary yetimi conduct your home.
Because we are setting standards for ourselves, and this should be the standard for elections going into the future. Na
but as election watchers, no more you're happy with turnout any the outcome of the result so far.
Turnout in the as is normal. By elections are in Tanya nipa bebre, and I can say do general election both presidential and parliamentary.
Yes. And
the PNP so political parties take the step of basing people from their various locations. Maybe I'll be to say no. If you are Akwatia, unso you think can age man say Kumasi na say other crew froso. And then a working day. Until ye enjoy juma and to hosi ye kwa Akwatia ko to ababa keke. But you know say usually general elections no juma bebre emma juma for kwan so mon konko to aba and a party so making sure say they make sure they get the people to their polling centers or their constituency so we ko to maba. This time I'm man by election there if unless we are determined nipa bebre na they go by their own resources nti me sure say enso ka ho nti na usually ye nya numbers bebre.
Well, kojo minim o bibi bisana na.
And the biana me penanya no na me bisana sa question way. Senior, yem sa say ya relegate anything for development to home to elections. As a without elections, we can't survive. Is there any means, any strategy, anything as a country we can do so that we may not be always depending on elections for development?
As an say as an electorate, ye kahu amanfo ye kahu ntina etisa. Say ekoto abana say yi nkrofo mundi enim na ompre mpuntuo ni development embra ye importem na say omkodu ho a embrapi omkodu ho pe na omrefien. But then them say we have a responsibility, we hold them accountable. At all times we should always ensure say we are holding them accountable. But ye to abani we are na nyina yatiada. Until say the next 4 years, Oba, and again, Oba, but they share out a few things, CDs and items to us, and they are jet to nothing as I could to Abana moment. And see, Yako in the Yanka who say, Sikani Niama, a free politicians, a hot Dibiano. We are setting ourselves back. And see, once I had to Abana Mano, from day one, we hold you accountable because who making promises to us until I to Abana Mano say, we're making sure says, I promise now we're making no. You live up to it. So this time around, the conversation has been say, oh, any a party wa bemuno muntu maye because any bit meeting put to aba. Say Akwatia has 10 green.
Yes.
The citizens of Akwatia must hold the candidate or the MP elects responsible and accountable. Says I bosh we now share any to abanama. Nti se ya di eboshe so no ne eboshe na wa share no usu be disu, and at any point in time we should continue to hold them accountable. Obi can say oh nti in between elections so I to say Musa Dankwa pull never out no. Why wouldn't he be doing things like that intermittently? Yeah, any polls in the yana sikasem suum. Maybe I no need resources now, but say citizens never started holding accountable. I'm sure say we'll have people who will be willing to ensure say they become potem. I know TV3 has been doing it. Omuko places be break or say what are the development needs? What are some of the areas that the things that they are lacking? And say continuously you know holding the political class accountable. I mean GDP say here in my elections and standard development beba. At least Akwatia this time around we didn't see some of the things that ACCA previously said.
Yes.
All of a sudden because by elections yebe acquiring yebe never be brave. But this time around the competition has been keen and see making sure say hold them accountable.
Senior Medase.
Mr. Medase.
Very well. Sarah, my was a baby any besa anywhere in Komobim. Why?
Mateminia.
Very well. And Sarah Mankra ada meneno edi Komono na ono he's with the African Electoral Institute under Anumri Yedino Eddie
We're paying too much. I like him. I tell you, I like that young man.
Very solid young man. And say could you akakra collation center hono omo the results ni nyina no akadie sie ni na afei officially no electoral commission ebetimi declare lawyer Bernard Bediako of the National Democratic Congress ana etimi win the seat. But the amount no provisional and to say the kojoka no ashase no Akwatia is green say yeah can say because of that the kojo is seat that be saying
is this seat in the I say Bruno
but Melusi count
you see but the man is for Timunyo there. I am waiting to see down by imagine some national elections. No, the Obabaye NDC national organizer.
Okay.
Sebe Yamin na I say Yamin is Sasanensa.
Yamin de Matiso is in the board for general secretary.
Okay.
Yes.
So Yamin be called general secretary there.
Matisa is a medium fin so be general secretary. Oyo de Demeka likely say if you quite a for national chairman. Yes, and then Samidi Mfi may come for general secretary position.
I will be, in fact, Semi 250 quite for a year.
Yeah.
Make a chance say Onka general secretary.
50 quite.
Yes.
Na Samidi Mfi ne Yami me contest no.
Onka general secretary ho. What am I trying to say? Na one pair obi fufro
for them
for national chairman.
For national chairman.
Sure. Same is a fine, refined young man. Why national communications officer, and he's a lawyer. He's got a lot of years ahead of him. Unless there's BB, that's why. Otherwise, me, I would advise him to slow down.
Now, uncle for position, bay.
Would he so pa undi ne communications director na. Now, after 2028, you know. Now we're movie call.
A movie called General Secretary.
No, a movie called either General Secretary or if he wants to go to Parliament, then he can consider that.
Okay.
The NDC needs to be extremely strategic politically.
Because I say don't get here because primaries.
Said the we campaign or opposition. A different from what they we campaign. And until say Yamin and national organizer ni biuma.
Yeah.
Yebehe.
Yebehe ni po beba na.
Yebehe. Me catch with you.
Okay.
Yebehe. As I say, NDC ye extremely extremely strategic. Though 2028 election ya 2 we ya 29 na Sunday no 5 p.m. ya 2 we ya 2028 amana we.
Yenya ntwa 1 year.
David ya 2 we abana ya 2 we. Make sure they be seen na ya 2028 abana we. Mahama nkobium nipo bi obedi Mahama de no. Obe reducing Mahama vote no by between 3% to 3.8%.
Okay.
So abeba form. As they say, Mahama called 57 something.
It's over 1.6 million.
Yes. Nipe biya on a baby share Mahama 9. Obeti Mahama vote in the so. Esobete. Kakra. You know, between 3-4%. Obete so. Basani pa de befem. Beko. Say vote no beti miya kosora chen percentage na meka so obete so na. Ebe jomo national organizer so. And once a chairman for ankasa nsheda nya de bia ehu bia ase no nketia episode oye flag bearer. That is why you saw him very moving open, visible, moving up and down in the campaign. Chairman ankasa de otenafi ni ye PM information ni ba not actually no afraid organizer or afraid general secretary no mass strategize na we moko yemfa we nkwa minim why Fifi Kwete would want to be a national chairman, but semenya na ubetia onkoso general secretary. Na momu ma ubia enko hana drain. What I say?
Yeah.
No ma ubia enko ha na drain. Na wonwa na war pre chairman no NDC mu dada no. Ompe mu bako. But NDC MP chairman or yes skillful.
Okay.
NDC they should look for a national chairman or yeah brilliant and skillful.
Now name a so I'm told sir James Klucher former public accounts committee.
It will not be good for the NDC.
Papa, no,
strategically.
Okay.
Strategically it will not be good for NDC. So if you have a court etna as general secretary, they can have another Votarian as national chairman.
Okay, that's correct. It's two major positions.
Yes, it can mean call EMFA.
Okay.
Also, NDC is not like MPP. NDC no a community team. Into Wefiha.
Now Wefiha.
NDC a community team. MPP a community team. MPP a centralized team. And you can even have a national chairman who is an Akan and the general secretary
a Votarian.
An Akan. They don't mind.
Okay, for the NPP.
Yes, they don't mind. Just that say Bakube Fibia Eastern region, never Ashanti, no way free, no way free. But to have Fifi Fiave so ebia onko obetna was general secretary na
James Kucha
the average so ba as national chairman you cannot have them emfa
because ocean clearly and somebody like Guzitano WOHO but per the analysis I want make is here and Guzin so bad what it means is emfa because you have him coming from the Volta region, Fifi Kwete as well, coming from the Volta region. Guzi would have been a perfect person.
Guzitano would not be bad because he's not been seen too much as an away. What I say? You won't too much as an away, even though nefa ifriho. So Fifi if you have a kote, minim se Guzitano beba dia. If you have a Kote and Guzitano, it will be a dangerous pair, I tell you.
Combination.
Would a day.
But I say Abanga so beba so di mabanga.
First vice. Minu anonka first vice. You see, I don't know how.
They're very young.
Politics no I was said yet here and people must see it that way. They don't just you don't just move from here to there. No. JH means an uncle president Eddie when you know. Went to my flag bearer crown, or the MPD, the senior minister, deep and baby tonight. Adrian. Eti say no what we want EP positions for MPP. And this is the enshare that in TV asa. Say Yamin Beko General Secretary ya. Nipe tu bi amate so minyo mbeko MPP General NDC General Secretary ni bino Yamin Belusi.
Ano ya hwan hwan?
Memo.
But when you was any Ghana phone e di nko.
Yamin Belusi
for General Secretary.
Say Fifian Tiasie. Na Okaso beko national chairman na say movie honor. Na say Sami Jemfi any Yamin contestant Sami Jemfi be BT Yamin
to General Secretary.
Yes. BT no. But
they are also from the same group. Unim so omunyina with the same group. Yes, the same block.
But me no I would advise Sami say untitia break so
on train
untitia break so titia break so kakra enti wo mo parties ni mienu ni yina no de owa sempa sese no eye MPP na me hwe names na yi wo muti ba na mo pe national executives na chale
enhye wo nkran
oh chale bra so yetimi ma Samia Wuku ejai MPD be di general secretary na yeyi a
Kayemfa
Samia Wuku be di general secretary
but ono kran so minimum de krontia o DMP o DMP as a
there is or presidential ambition
Ogu
se washa Rollins
Ogu
ono ofemu fala no koe we Rollins friwa in the Fourth Republic nipa undi MP da OD president John Evans at Mills or struggle kakra. That is why Rollins realized that Samema will contest I will lose because we don't have a constituency.
Yeah,
people don't understand why Rollins kupija at Mills and say was wedro then yes Rollins in percent this for be call presidential primary so but he realized that Professor Mills only constituency
to only base our party
you want Crawford on your MP but our base
and that challenge may be what Dr. Bawumia
wo MP wo base me MP me wo base
yeah
what I say Professor Mills no ni base and Rollins yeah the calculation no say no say me man ko presidential primary sir obe report all enti me yanko so edro wo de dimachi ye ko ye ade ye ko a me ye bibi what are you going to do oh come on no page up this say me ni ho a kewu wo na wo ko Rollins apage ne sa wo na me ko ka dai wo founder and leader aka say when to say we are no kwatwe na no wo form okay eti Mills dear no Rollins ne boa no twi fa saa problem ni na so afei edu Alan so no Alan ne bra wa bra wa MPP mu nyina nyese nkrofo penasemo Alan ni base
because on call part.
This is the truth. Listen, me Alan asem ya ye adwuma man da, but let me tell you Alan ni base only constituency in the MPP. Only constituency.
But I'm sure, sir, he should have known this all this years. Yes.
Baumia only constituency. Only base. Saturday wedding. One say time now. Nana do overhaul Baumia from Bank of Ghana no.
Yeah.
No only base.
Party him. Obi akra nim.
That people didn't know him. Time na do efa Baumia na be a popular chain Baumia. Even now me a popular channel. Just the fact that we the vice president. Only base. Enti Samia Ukuho no wono a base. Once we did youth organizer.
Yeah.
Why say we're building the CV MPP. He's done a good job. So as an MP, Kojo Ponkroma so presidential ambition. One mun party ni mo mbedi. Kojo Ponkroma Samia Uku. Omi no mbeba betwen kwan no so. Kojo Ponkroma Samia Uku. Akura pobiem. Wow. Omo afenyo makin. Afenyo only see boot. Enye se see you.
Okay.
Enye se see you chire ho obeba. Oh. When you say another president of it, you don't know.
Another oh yes. Peter Patrick Yabuama.
Patrick Buama. Okay, we hold the side no. On also fine man. Enti yenimu. NNDC has so yenimu. Ye dey be share on kwantana so. Obi nso be boy free baby abi. Na head the strategy was wrong. Obi nso be boy free baby abi room. Say what would I make sure na say? Also say Ghana for eti ade na se bank kakra say politics na nyesi ka biom. Unlike before. And sana agronte. I think say Samia couldn't mean few horse as a member of parliament and be the general secretary. And Kayaman unopposed. Double a change Jakwan now say Chimin Sabunsu, national chairman, unopposed. Now you national organizer or you'll be a national organizer. Udia be na yaman oba ba ko deputy bema ba ko deputy yaman two deputies oba ba ko bema ba ko oba no onfi western region nanka bema no any of the regions.
Now youth organizer.
Oh, youth organizer there can be anything, anybody. Youth organizer ankasa there we adwuma so nya adwuma bia hu bia o cause youth organizer no national organizer no e kire se kwa ha na woko what I say but I don't know. I'm saying, Abanga Niniano.
Obesaba.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
And a Dennis Beba.
Well, Dennis. Dennis is obeying the Tiaba. Oh, and see, you when I sit down and I watch, I can tell say yeni Beba. But what is the plan? What's the strategy?
Okay.
You see, winning elections is different from working to win political power for your political party. Two different games altogether. Are they BT MPP 2020 no 2020 elections na nkasa na da ho no so ye kan lokora pass pa woman na say can run off
2024
2020 asem na make
2020
oh okay say election na wo no in reality obi awone
oh but say unya president too.
Oh chief okay 2000 American elections no Florida so dem dey go see here etoda na yesim gonwa ohun na kwadweno man ho kayu ebeba koma yemra na we koma yaba but what trust na wo hwe resource ni yie pa me declare you MPP for my soldier for 8 eno mbom ho ban obidi nse huna am started say make wo withdraw mako sam here na come nko go for you But we are not coming. So I think that yenya MPP 4 list no. WOHO. Then we can do a proper analysis. But just on hindsight, I can tell you, Wontumi will be the West National Chairman for the NPP.
For the NPP. Very well.
It was already Nankasano. Enema, why you know? Any day one and him no. M1. M1. Ashanti region hono, Okobelu Supoto.
Akoka Betuno.
Oh. That's a Koka de facto regional chairman.
Regional chairman. Or train keke.
Koka Betuno. And I said I tell them Koka be the national chairman and now won't make Ashanti region way. Na Napo so yede.
Napo.
How much national chairman hey?
Napo. Macho poku prempe. Oh, but so besa about.
Obeba
running mate.
Asa.
Besa fan, yes.
Nkofo be review mu.
Napo be running mate oberi.
I'm so omo peri pa o.
No, I won't say on the next person. But the question is that say Utimima Dr. Bawumia a second chance. Why wouldn't you want to say Obama Napo second chance? Go you? And obviously Obeba na obi yimi aso trese unim bigedu unim no
why
bigedu unim no
MPP bigedu
NDC
bigedu
regional chairman for Western North unim no a contractor, a very astute person. He's the owner of Calf University.
Obeba
national chairman, I'm told. Yes, Opesoba national chairman. And bigedu so will come for the NDC.
Jimmy national chairman.
Oh, a fine gentleman. Very calm. Very active. Pen who has him so big do beba.
Debio, chairman, dear politics in here. Umpen once my own you. That's all Pen wants him. I will look for him. Namahade. Also, NDC were a very good position to say.
Yes.
They only have to manage it. No man say no. Because it's early days yet. I feel we try 1 year. Meaning, when say this year, as soon, check 3 years.
Now, conversation I have is for interest. Sure. This is how I miss me data and the messages are and go for them. Now people are telling me that whether NPP or Mumpio, Eugene Boachenchu is going to be the next general secretary.
Oh no! I don't know.
I've said it.
I've told you, Eugene is a fine gentleman.
Yes.
He only have to manage his temperament. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
He's a fine gentleman. And I also, Wabing, Eugene Abing.
And then Jumanu so bet me aye.
Eugene Abing. It's the emphasis Eugene. And the Fifi Kwete, Ete, Onua, TV3, and any other station. So you can feel this Nkrachisem Kakra blowing. You know, you can see it. And you say, Ubi abetumi try say, or shiny ubi be overshadow ubi. Only thing I may time I no. Or check here no we are. You'll be a fine. And despite everything, usually you'll be a ohun we chisitria. Obepe say ono be di kan ben. Just that I said that the B7 kakra will 3 moon and abrochino, but openipa.
Okay.
What said the Eugene said? Eugene will look at you. So we be pa. We know from outsider. Who near maybe a wunimu. So we be Eugene. We try to make a commodeo. And on can't say commodeo. But one say did the yanko. Say the Eugene here. Jenna did the yanko.
Sir, Komoya ye no Grofobet to chat tape the you over the campaign.
Maybe the mechanical credit will got me silent
Grofo.
So farmers about when election.
Of course.
When Tim so be
say the you know Komoya di I mean objectivity unless wow umpedo.
By any country record so say Chairman Azoka any booker was a boot and talk on
Chairman
one more planning.
One more planning.
One more share that.
Said the cracker.
Almost share yes. Almost share home. And to say, oh, your party, we MPP, we NDC not all. No, I dream yourself, Cocoon Toka. Jai.
Almost
they plan say you quiet. You say you're creating to say the me call first vice, also call first vice party for the better amount and no. Strategy. And send to Kobe.
Now, Obi said the message, Madam Fubi or Belgium. As the speaker tells Matt that if Napo becomes the next running mate to Dr. Baumia, I will come and contest an election as candidate.
You see, me, I don't know how.
Napo day.
Debbie, you can't rebrand Napo. Debbie.
Obi I would not contest.
You see, Napo is actually unbrandable.
Branding Napo again.
You can't you can't rebrand Napo. For any political presidential slot in this country. I'm telling you. You see, he shot himself dead. Napo shot himself dead. Who passes here? I no say. But in cover form, so presidential race upon cover form. Upon cover form.
Chop soba, obelusu.
National Chamber.
Bigedu.
Bigedu. Oh, Council of State.
Council of State member, Western North.
Oh, okay. For National Chairman.
For NDC. National Chairman, NDC. Obewini yo. Bigedu ba obewini.
Obewini, but
we didn't swatch you. So you see, before I beche Western Region Mono, okay, he was one time Western Regional Chairman of the party, and Lucy to Nanatoku again, and Sana 2018, he divided region into two, and he was Ababeye 2-term regional chairman for the Western North. Clearly, no, they say region, no, I think so. Okra 7 out of 8 or so, or 8 out of 9 constituencies in the Western North region. And clearly, no, in the NDC, the microphone at the national level, especially.
Me, mum, the NDC executives are. I think they need to take their time, screen, and get them.
Okay.
That will also decide whether or yes they'll be able to win 2032 elections or not. But by 2032, not MPP ni NDC, and why time?
By 2032.
By 2032.
The country.
These two political parties, they need to be 101% careful. Otherwise, both parties will go to opposition. By
2032.
By 2032, year when him here.
Okay.
Assemble two parties in the meeting. They know. You think they don't know? They know.
And to want to be alternative, no? About a political party.
They know.
And the movement for change, will transition to become a political party.
You see, let me advise.
Chair down so I don't want to be
Alan MP Council of State to be non-quiet.
Alan Chematin.
Yeah.
Uncle the Council of State. Oh, go you want to be
Council of State, there's all co-elections are winning. Okay? Alan should strategize. No one day still. But I think that
the career Nessie.
No, that grace now no was between the president. No.
A free
sir. He should forget it. I'm telling you. He should forget it. No, he should forget it. Aje party si mi no ba kusud mu. Etam ni so we the flag bearer by force. And this Alan should forget it. Me na make a show.
Into a on one party cry and
fair as a signal a friend Ghana na yet so no ho. So wunni mu asase ni yi a be mo bosse. Me na me catch you. Alan on council of state be. Mama between yeah. Yeah, on your council of state member. And I say yes, I'm a high commissioner be.
Don't cut in a brooch.
Because I yes, ma so ebia on say skabia what the day. Ebia Alan bu skabi o hwa. And we person the be politics and kwa nteshi and fan. But me person me tuneful. Unforget it. So better party no up a new face there.
And a
born no ankasa. No, I had to say Rollins, Godfather. May a founder, but I have a presidential candidate. Then that will be fine.
Because but I'm told some political party in the Omwa share with them. Boniface, one kasa unia Boniface, Ebubaka Sadiq, national chairman for that particular party.
Alan,
yeah, kasa.
Alan Ijina only 100,000 votes.
Osa Ijina bi emwa.
Me say Alan, presidential election only 100,000 votes. Opa entonchia. 2024 me catch them move here say 90,000 onya. Who say
36,000, right?
Onya say
36,000.
Mo. Alan
national organizer.
Alan onya 100,000 votes. Onya 100,000 votes. Onya 100,000. Yeah. Party ni mi no na wo ho no NDC ni MPP no wo mo ye papa ba akoma but from different mothers enta ye muja kro na wo mu just that say wo mo no ye necessary because we mamini that's all. MPP fo an kasa wo MPP mu no o ma poalan I'm telling you. And he needs somebody to sit right before him and tell him the plain truth. I
say amnesty or horse say uncle bet me about back.
So oba back there. Say oba MPP back there. Let's say MPP for be penema a flag bearer there. He can make an impact.
But it looks as if uncle when people move so uncle your favorite CCL.
But say Alan is a quite political party after Fafranto Yellow. Oh, Atessa. Atessa.
But party there. Go you there party the member. Party
no party there.
They are told say Omwate. We are told Omwate party no them.
So MPP no.
What's it?
Any MPP no.
Okay. Enti one more train documentation no. Enti
any movement patriotic party.
Minyan who?
MPP. Ananya no.
Enti Boniface.
Any the more provincial certificate no.
Boniface national.
Ananya no.
Enwa. The only Boniface national chairman. Yabo Abia Samoa will become general secretary.
Yabo Abia Samoa dey here dokodi MP no.
Adenta MP. Former Adenta
Former vice president.
Former Adenta MP.
Oh, former vice president. Ni spokesperson.
Former vice president there here.
No. Yeah, you are spokesperson. And you're now okay.
General secretary. So there.
And now.
Enti Oria na Solomon Usu Ababe national communication director. Na if be hopes that there should be national organizer. Na omo sheshe ne saako nanka adenta kumida so ho a nanka the national youth organizer ne dia man but say no ono afri ho aba be diba wo me achi enti youth organizer no they may want to look for somebody new but Alan so running mate ni wo ho enti at any point in time
well it's good political parties no be anyini to be anye bibi but
they must show them na make a show.
Boss, let me repeat.
Kojo ya we.
Alan ye flag bearer. Onya 100,000 votes.
Enti mane nkoto no sika ngu.
Oh. Urim say ye di kufu achi no. Ye de ne ala. Ye ne ye palan. Me catch no plane. But sa grace na di president no e free ala nsem. Me na me catch no. Eko.
But the grace in the how would the grace no come back at the time of joining the NPP and
NDC? Say ya meti hey. Na obite baby. Ebi a wokan news crowd radio station be wa wu hunu so. Na say Captain Smart ni ho. Eso me koye pache. Ufri preko pe pause a moja de tu ade a part in the yala na eya. I'm telling you, and near my call Alan Kojo Chamatin eni no say say e kan nyina wa bonten a wan hwe nipa bi ho a wo hia wo abonten wo chia kra wo kra wo nje so. Alan was maltreated, malhandled, and a lot. But necessary coming.
Not in a party name.
When I'm catching her, our Arabia channel. It takes two foolish people to stay married. It takes two foolish people to stay married. I'm telling you today. It is a nyansa for me no pair aware no begu.
Obi ani ate.
Aha. Nte nyansa for me no nware. It is a two fukura aware say so ese ba koye kwasea. Enche se koye kwasea sebe. Na ade no eya. When ma se wo ka cheje ekufo 1998 prime minister no. Na no JH Mensa so ye kufu akonta wanka che kufu so rotten cassava. Obie na no ne se bia sa patam. Asama na yase wakonta. Wunu ba
nikunu.
But then they say after elections Kufu and JH Mensa senior minister. It was plain insult. You just do baby 1998 do baby no nasanka na but was no roman nankasa Kufu nankasa no wadwo akoma me election. What did he do? Oh yeah, Nanado Attorney General, a Foreign Affairs Minister. Disrespect name, insult ne sa nneema ni nyina achi no Kufu meneye eti nneema ni bi wo ho a eya pa ba de sese wo mene nneema mo ni ya ala no me sese me ka bi wa fidie so abeka so kojo we de anya no kore na ebi eya but necessary so many because that was the trying political moment of Alan Chamatin.
But when Timi and sustaining.
When Timi and manage, you want sustaining po. Ena Marizani Masaba Masako
Oba Samba
Oba Hin Oba Party no mobile Masaba MPP Alan Masako MPP.
And I don't know about any of the political parties, okay.
Office MPP for Bejino. No my
amnesty.
No my flag bearer.
More grantee amnesty. Enti say okay. Onua ya assessment no pair. Enti me asaya.
Enti osankwa no could deposition me.
Na position baby no pair.
Say amnesty. So my grantee amnesty no.
Yes. unja 2 years
NSC
contest
NSC ya me no ka say Alan we di say Alan only 60 only anya fe we di 50 wu enti udi 2 years and now bet to be contested for another position
yes
ti fan say Alan was 70 ti say ka say Alan Chamaten was 70 years what then are you saying? Are we saying sir Alan on some training after 2 years and was contested how is that going to be possible? So amnesty ya create say will be ambrasa the your move to be to me akosoro but Alan will never return to the NPP. Okay say Alan move to be nya be 50,000-60,000 votes over 2028 election. They should concentrate on just one region. Yako kumase me catch there omo say Alan on to me shatter MPP votes in Ashanti region. It is rather NDC and a bit dissipate MPP votes in Ashanti region. Now, before we bring to my say when your political science lecturers and Adam say yeah, and your book politics na make camp ground
from there.
Alan on to me shatter MPP votes or babia on to me because NPP votes are consolidated, are static. NDC votes are dynamic. Parties remain no one. You must know them and how to deal with them. MPP votes are static.
The money, yes, sir.
Sada Suditia, meant to be mentioning now. I am party independent for the be to me drab lie. NDC votes are dynamic. It's me movie. It is a we are wondering say who say who breaking MPP voter. Aje NDC na bit me break. Alan, won't mean breaking MPP votes. I'm telling you. Onya say
36,000.
The whole country. Na me cross to me morning show. Me nipa 20,000 hear me. Peter me nyebi ofi hada 20k. 20k. Nipa 20,000. We want to do musika koto data wo. Nobody ever hear me. Na ho Alan Chamate onya 36,000. And do Bantima constituency kura. So on the party no. Now only the brain behind it. Non penko fonko. Because Alan of 2028 only 100,000 votes. Upa intuja. Because 2028 abani ya 12 ya on Sunday 5 p.m. They says to 2028 abani ya 12 ya we to ya on Sunday ya 5 p.m. Obesa utimu asempa Prophet small boy bi okrum ha your friend Uche what did that?
Yes.
Ko hwe na obeka ba to no asema kire wo. Ya to awie.
All right.
Ala no nya 100,000 2020 to nya. 100,000 na. We nya ye no. Sofo Trabosum nya ye. Be nya no 2020 no.
Yeah.
Na ka ya land ya. Near the zeros no be 2 bi aka ho. Akwarenim like what we be a decider but 2020 elections no MPP for a boalan buga wa dem but we hu na do mo bold buga e wa dem we hu prime minister no nya say check it in terms of percentage, what do you say Canada, Japan, Yade, Alan?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Trust yes. In the time I'm say, you penny back, who I mean, person bunny d. Let's say, your poll star was a day, Okrumha, Mimi Mobi a Dion.
I benefit.
Minim.
I benefit.
I don't know. Minim. So, a poll star. Na ba omi aba winning election we na Alan be ya de power Ashanti region me se da no me stress
abenefs na o kana
me mo bia din me come asem
na se post se okrom ha de ni momo
And I was like, Alan, many hopes are not yet. I can't say 90,000 votes grow. Alan don't break MPP votes. I was shouting because MPP Makacho some votes no, a static, a consolidated. NDC votes are dynamic. Anytime I catch say NDC for no NDC, I can say election winning machine. Alan didn't mean break NDC votes. I will vote regent that on to me.
But I say, no, your favorite or
on to me
in the voter region.
Or no, your favorite. Our voter MPP.
Okay.
Time and not contest ne Kosomo. Aha. Sankalan
but not
Belidi.
general election.
Sankalan Belidi MPP. 2008. 2008. Kufokono. Sa Alan Baya. MPP and co-position. Because let me tell you, Sankaye Alan Enna. A car just 20,000 votes. Kafarijan the best also.
Okay.
Oh, but elections are 2 o'clock. Hano. Ebian why you free and fair. Aya, you can't crow crum how. The free and fair way. Election to be born in Papa to work, pick up bucket to Popo no free fair me. And so I wouldn't say as a figures.
When they say see, but
Opa pen paper says here. Natural 301 mam says here. I mean, show what you have. Opa for pen paper, bra. So 301 member figure for says here.
Well, you be on phone call that right?
Eti,
I don't pay me samba.
Yeah, catch a bra penny. Me cry me wafa no. Me papa don't know. Say, ote party na oma obi fufro.
In leading
on treachery.
But as it stands, no one bit me I say.
Oh, I know there you almost them. The next party at that for Rebecca was a Convention People's Party.
CPP.
I'm telling you.
Omo say gu ana.
Engu ye.
E da so ho.
CPP engu yo.
Mo ho.
CPP engu yo. CPP engu yo.
Ne way.
CPP engu yo. CPP engu yo. CPP engu yo.
Na kojo party the way.
CPP engu yo.
Leadership ne way.
Okay. Someone say engu.
I say yenti o monka bi.
Ye ka say
CPP ne hwan.
Ye can return say. Return.
Ta obi samba. Ana bibi samba.
Okay.
But say what you have to say egu no.
Debut ye ka say return. Echa say.
Bibi a samba.
Bibi a ababium. Enye say samba. Ababium.
Eno no ceremony e dey.
Engu yo.
CPP. When you CPP say at high party, you be say Ghana ni bi aso be ka just say CPP dey say ego.
Hwe. Problem a CPP nya ye ne say. Leadership ana was CPP to 2024 elections no. Wo mo nti CPP sunsum na say. CPP spirit bi wo. One Kasa National Executives na no mugu party headquarters woni na no bi antiase. Because I better send the NDC for the country CPP party headquarters. Omo rent ma omo.
And na just party na egu nipa nim.
Engui.
Na nipa na mo dey party.
One no mo dey anim no mo nti CPP sunsum na se. Now they train abi hu.
CPP.
Wo dey train.
The boys in the say for running mate to uncle.
Yes, a man co.
E dey see here.
They see here say.
When you go, no, why you matter to us even before running mate na say when you. And then he see.
What say? Do baby no.
Those boys in this.
No, me try me be
matter to
about the political prostitution of the Convention People's Party.
Okay.
It should be about that. Because said they should stop the political prostitution. Because they do baby no. Not CPP party they train MPP. Fremont Paris. So be more musical campaign.
Chief of staff.
What them John say? And I was like, really?
That's a party didn't get resourceful. Nipa nim, sika nim. I mean, nipa ne woman no
sika.
Omo nye resourceful. Na campaign yes can idea.
Whoop up. my CPP position in way of which very soon we won't go for this CPP. What do you say?
I don't know who could do anymore.
It is the most it is the most popular but silent political party in Ghana. CPP is popular than NDC. CPP is popular than MPP, but it is silent. Because every single individual in this country in CPP, just that it is silent. So, make strategies in Oaha. The
next flag bearer of the CPP.
May your family.
Captain Kojo Smart.
May your family. As some MPP for catcher, Mame Sapon say. So I'm a Captain Smart to running mate there. Yeah, mouse can your campaign. Mumusan some more.
Oh, as some more catcher.
Oh,
for 2024 election.
Na me can't my so that's why me can some abodi. Me am di woman on one di woman. Say yeah, mouse can your campaign. Unya drop. Now also pesika to kwaya campaign. Nti do baby na CPP ni ye WhatsApp campaign. Facebook.
Enti musika namba.
Some eti
yes that mo send the blood.
Some unya number dey ayo do amount
broadcast messages.
Now we pa unya scan koto data. Why hold you amount obedo no say.
We na person for the winning election.
Dem say 2024. So I say CPP
broadcast messages.
Eti and I'm sure they didn't say no. Me to us no. Me mpese me enti wo shine beira. I'm saying mpebe. Mo de ho na mo ko pesika koye mo campaign.
Mo ko jemra.
But there shame me say. Eye UP fo ya na say CPP. Enye this na say CPP o. Se Kwame Nkrumah nkrofo yenum sei sa nkrofo we ye corner sei. Am prepare emboboy achi anye ye den ani sia ye ankan sia ni ma ya mpam Nkrumah. Efi omem ha. Kasi pipi njija sei. Na we nyina chino. Ha? Na ya say ye twen MPP. Mana finance CPP. Ase itimi aye campaign.
Bakojo unim saadie we nyina. Unim history we enim track record we den na wo ko join the UP tradition.
Me MPP party card we.
Enya nya wana so ye MPP ni.
And I'm party card we.
Na me na obisa me.
Aha.
Ente we.
Kufo so ba Rollins hakakra. No ye ndisi ni.
Yes, obedi position cry.
That's right. No call here. Kwame Nkrumah oko UGCC ebe wo UP. Ofimu na bete ha. Nti ukosuon no hu msuban na no ba back. So what did I make sure that say? Kwame, when go UGCC, no nim nyansa chen won nyina.
When go UGCC no.
When go so ten no.
Obi a wo brochure party yet you won ka ho. Ya be for be di general.
So buy so ejem.
Now buy wa bete ho.
Buy so ejem. Na ma jam UGCC amamo. Na mo gu no. Me twe mo na mo gu no.
So wo twe dom ko.
Dabi na minim nyansa nka dom ne di machi. Minim nyansa nti. Me free station bi na me the audience ko. Cause who presenter no better no we and I say hello honorable David. Anya hello honorable bon. Oh Peter Anderson. Anya hello honorable bon you assembly.
Entremuni ne dey.
So what I say? Let me feel Jesus no. Ana me do na permanent di mention am do ma dey boy. It I me yabesi na say look, if the CPP will even flirt with any political party.
Not the NPP.
Not the NPP. If the Convention People's Party will want to go into political prostitution, it should never be the NPP. Because time BS CPP, any MPP be called Nakrana no. Party the vote the timber from or except for all.
It was CPP no be sorry beam.
Typical 1992. What happened? The then national chairman of the CPP or make a pronouncement GBC. So on the another for the Professor Dubois, then a top party. Then a top party. The only time a CPP who be ya kono kakra. 20 2000. But let me tell you what happened. And it was J.S. Kufuor's decision. Say, MPP and contested because, let me tell you, and then I can't win. Say 2000 elections, no. Maybe a call ya buy ya. And maybe a call rule ya buy ya. You feel from buy. And Mulman can't say, Mubian contested. Elembele Mugabe. I was our constituency. People don't understand. Don't forget, say, our constituency. So, may catch on the plane. To me, be here, Juma, baby. To me, power be here, Juma, baby. Soon be here, Juma, baby. Utia. Now, when I know why I cannot, but Nipani TF be or form. From Bontuku to Mali, from Mali to Singapore, from Singapore, Senegal, from Senegal to Togo back to Ghana. Then Kufuor said that no way. We'll be uncontested. Yinja Kwame Nkrumah Sambra. Bankofo Antiase. NMA Elembele Mugabe. Edibedi MP. Meboa. Sesai. On the sea. 2004. CDP ye imagine say on do monte mabe carry MPP hu then a two party no ko check record no. She Professor Heye and then enkan 2008 Pako si new nkro ko hin ofiri ha no be se ko te PPP then enkan for sa wonim se ya me no ka say se Kufuor ka cho se ne honhom mpa de we wo party MPP mu a ese nipa trans no mo dwene ho no mo jai Kwame Nkrumah ante se we asi be say manyame so be bo fofora he would never like the UP tradition. It is a way CPP near. You don't have to sell the image of the CPP to UP tradition. No, don't do that. Because Obiano Waye MPP leader, what can't say Papa for Kwame Nkrumah? J. Kufuor, the later Sante Himana catcher say, Ye Kwame Nkrumah. So we nya some Papa Bian camp, Tini, as far as Sante Himaka, Nafia could be amping. Or say, Nana, where could aya unye duane abrembi o say ye Kwame Nkrumah no so wunya sem papa bia nka mfa ne ho a enka sem bia so mfa ne ho Kufuor 8 years what is all Kwame Nkrumah sem da o kana no tum what the Kwame Nkrumah diagram I'm telling you political career away that's what I'm telling you napo wa kana tukuta o pa onum petrol krum he no be ne enhohoro kuta ne da wa kana tukuta menam ka che
enti mo Kwame Nkrumah no statement
that statement alone
and
I don't know what 7% if you vote no Adana na pobie na no na MPP lose election no na poda ma lose kan you 7% straight because Makacho said CPP is the most popular but silent political party Ghana ni bia your CPP ni o but obi a trend da CPP
a be rising
be unity every ho na fe ye hu se CPP unity na ye na ye koro no enti no ye nkofa ye ntema nkota UP fu hu biom so ate ba bia so mo se aka 9 pe ye CPP aka 60 ya jetum ba ye 60 na ye pe no se ye sori a ebeba ntema chen 9
I see.
But Convention People's Party enguye
ebesaba well I will say about that was anumbe na yatire mo ache as I say yes sorry na yetuwe dey say enti Akwatia by election no dey kosi ya no now lawyer Bernard Bediako is the newly elected member of parliament for a year the Akwatia constituency in a by election and fiercely contested one enti ma yemfa wonsi Onua free aropa ana ye ne wo ehya se JB any team no ebaye and which you know new team no baye at the 12 billion new said bro and which ni be so mo yatene mo to this time as I said yes sorry so na anopa yasan so anyway share bim kodwo beba match so na we share me ewo yensempa so on 95.1 kodwo But yeah, sorry, so
Minia, ti ma yenda obi ase. Na kachalan se sika kakra ho no. Onfama nana no mu. Me kan kure na cheo.
Enti mo amoje bre ehwe ye etie ye live on radio nyina no. Ya da wase.
Ya po maminchia Kobe Asante Kotoko no 246 to baby o. Ira, I love your silence. And Yamishao. Nipa miunu na ekontokwa. Betwe mini na ebetimi akọ. Se me to blow. No so on to bia. Hwan na eko. Ye chimi e beka cho se me assault no. Aha. Nipa miunu na eko. Ti ma ba konko. Ma nkoso nkosa.
Koyo.
I'm too many.
My phone say, have a good night. I don't do any anopa.
Okay, China number
Fabe also or China no.
China pa mail it.
Who bail it? And I do messy who have this abri. Who bail it now?
Media general pressure. Media general pressure. No, me poor no see how we come back. What you say? I no can say. TV station be happen.
Oh, be happen. Exactly.
Media general pressure. No, who buy won't be 1 year. Me matem from 2021 first June. Tama me ba hani ete beer bank kunwa so stools. Yede me ba fia beer bank kunwa no. What is so free wo sa beer bank kunwa na sisi a. E ma tre, yede me she vivi. Oh.
Anyway, we produce that. I was saying, I now see, and was see, and I don't do me any out Chinano pa. Ever sound so anywhere dear share being. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Onua TV, yadwene wo ho pa. Onua TV, yadwene wo pa.
Ago Ganaman, bidin some defi kwa ejumekuo nchen emmamo. Yede kwa mixture baye, muji tumu kama. Afa yede foforo ba, kwa plus mixture, ena kwa empty mixture. Kwa mixture eboa ama onipedua nya hoden no. Na kwa plus mixture nso eboa immune system. Fa kwa mixture, ene kwa plus mixture fa boa wapomoden. Afen so yedi malaria drop tatahwe abedwa so yedi de kwa empty mixture kwa mixture kwa plus mixture ene kwa empty mixture enye ma pemfo emma omuma akola nofo ene nkola omundi mfie dumienu hwese why test ai kyerese wo malaria mowa no bi ewo mogemu ansa na wafa kwa empty mixture opedudu etua frekoa edwumekuo no ewo 0244 726611 ana 059 165 5778 FDA agi egwedie nkratoyi ato